What's up, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another mediocre stream. No, I'm joking. Welcome back to another stream, guys. Shoutouts to my girl, Vanessa, with the $3 before the chat even, or before the stream even officially started with me on camera. So thank you so much. I appreciate the $3 donation before we even get things rocking. Shoutouts. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get a fresh ban already. We got a fresh ban on somebody. Oh snap! Wait, following since 2019. I don't know if this guy is trolling or not, but I'm gonna give him another chance. All right. So anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Do appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate that. Welcome. We've got a great show for you guys today. Okay, great show for you guys today. And I'm looking forward to talking about some video games, having a little bit of fun. Don't take anything that I say today super seriously, but let's have a little bit of fun and talk about some F-Zero, talk about some fans, talk about just everything, because I think I got a video that I already recorded, or that I scripted a little bit, but I think F-Zero fans have reached their tipping point. I think this is the tipping point for F-Zero fans. I think they've reached their tipping point, and it's now to the time like where, like, usually like when you're so upset about something, whataboutisms and fallacies start getting played up to like they start doing those a lot, and logic and reason starts to go out the window for really bad comparisons and nonsense. And that's exactly what's happening now with F-Zero fans that I didn't see before because of this article that IGN did. All of a sudden now we have F-Zero fans coming out the woodwork, and it's not even logical woodwork. It's like the most unlogical woodwork that I've seen. I mean, I'm seeing, oh, well, new Super Mario Bros. Gets new games. Why not F-Zero? F-Zero doesn't, new Super Mario Bros. Doesn't have new ideas. They're now comparing a game that legitimately has sold like 10 times 10 times the amount of the whole F-Zero franchise. It's getting to the point now where they're getting kind of crazy. Yesterday I was just like, hey, you know, I get it, I talked about it, but now it's to the point to where they're calling out new Super Mario Bros., a franchise that legitimately sold like 30 million in its first entry, and has not sold anything under like 5 or 6 million on the worst selling, even on the freaking Wii U, you know? So it's gotten to that point now to where they're so angry that they're willing to call out a franchise that is literally a multi-billion-dollar franchise within another multi-billion-dollar franchise. Mario's a billion-dollar franchise for Nintendo, and their new Super Mario Bros. Is a multi-billion-dollar franchise within the Mario franchise. So now they're to the point to where they're calling out that game because they're so upset. I just find it hilarious, as if F-Zero sold like new Super Mario Bros., would we be even having this conversation? No, because there'd be a bunch of F-Zero games. We'd be on F-Zero 95. Or if F-Zero ever sold as well as new Super Mario Bros., we wouldn't be having this conversation. But a lot of F-Zero fans are morons at this point, and that's what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing like legitimate like moronic takes. Oh my gosh. Because that is the most and people are liking the post and retweeting it and sharing it and saying, yeah, like we've legitimately got, if you think that's a good comparison, I'm sorry, and I'm being direct, but you're a moron. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you think it's okay to compare F-Zero to new Super Mario Bros., considering the sales difference between the two, you are a moron. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're a moron. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to just like you're a moron. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You cannot compare the two. Like, you just can't. Yes, New Super Mario Bros. Doesn't have a ton of new ideas or whatever. That's because it sells. When something sells, you just sell the same thing. Remember, if it don't broke, don't fix it. Blah blah blah. Everyone wants to say, no, we don't need gimmicks and all that. Yeah, well there you go, New Super Mario Bros. You know. But anyway, I just found it hilarious. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into shoutouts. That was my little opening rant. We'll talk about it more. We'll get into you guys' thoughts. Juice Man Bond donated $5. Says they're calling out every Nintendo franchise that sold more than GX ever did in a single game. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing. Like, I want new F-Zero too, but that doesn't mean you've got to be a moron in the process when you're trying to get something that you want. Like, all you're doing is Nintendo's probably like, if I was Nintendo, I'm looking at these posts and I'm like, are you guys dumb? Like, what do you mean New Super Mario Bros? That franchise sells minimum 10 million. Like, the only one that didn't sell 10 million was like New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii U. But if you count New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, it's well over 10 million. There's not a single New Super Mario Bros. Game that has sold, I think, anything under 7 million, or I know it's around 10 million. Every single game in the franchise is legitimately blockbuster seller. And they are comparing and say, well, why doesn't this game need a new idea? Because it sells. What type of, are people that dumb? Like, I'm shocked. Like, seriously, like, legitimately, my brain, I'm like, do people really think this way? I guess they do. I don't understand this thought process. Like, look, I want new F-Zero. I think there should be one too. But why use new Super Mario Bros? That does not make your point. Blandrew with the $5 says crazier part is New Super Mario Bros. hasn't even gotten a game since 2012 on the Wii U launch, so I don't get that argument. Yeah, that argument's also stupid. As if New Super Mario Bros. Has way more games than F-Zero. It doesn't. You know, there's how many? There's the DS, there's New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, there's the Wii U game, and then there's the Nintendo 3DS game. So there's 4 of them. Now, if you look at F-Zero in the past 20 years or whatever, I think there's like 3. There's the GameCube game, GBA game, so there's like 2. You know? I mean, it's got 2 more. Shinru with the $20 Jow. Oh, shout outs, I appreciate that. We're gonna get some shout outs. We got some ninja news to go over too, guys. Interesting. We just have to get that opening rant out of the way. We have to get that opening rant. Shin with the $20 says, afternoon Okage, dropped off my car at the shop. Pray for the hopes it's just one thing and not more problems. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. It'll be good. You'll be okay. Played Smash 3DS last night and it's hard to go back. Is that how it is with all Smash games? Can you play Gentle Madman from P5R? Yeah, I can. It's not how it is with all Smash Bros games. You can go back to Melee, no problem. Smash 3DS, it's tough to go back to because the speed is slower. But I think you can go back to Melee and not have a problem. But I think 64, Brawl, and Smash 4 might be hard to go back to, but Melee probably not, because Melee's the fastest Smash Brothers game. Ultimate's the next fastest Smash Brothers game, so it's hard to go back to a slower game like Smash 4 or Smash 64. But Melee, you could go back to that one and be like, yo, this is just as good as I remembered it, if not better than than Ultimate or whatever the case is. All right, Gentle Madman. All right. Persona 5, thank you so much, Mr. Shinru. That does make you the top stream ninja and stream Okage. Once again, thank you, Blandrew, my boy Blandrew, fellow content creator. Thank you for the $5, man. Appreciate that. Juice Man, Vanessa, Sarah, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into some ninja news, guys. I'll talk about F-Zero. For those that are just hopping in, I'll talk about F-Zero some more. Don't worry, just relax, okay? Just relax. We'll talk about it. Just sit back and chill. All right, some dude with the dollar donation says, you gotta have 2 brain cells running on a 5-hour energy to really out here be comparing New Super Mario Bros. To F-Zero. New Super Mario Bros. After the Wii is trash in my opinion, but the series is selling like hotcakes regardless. Only like 12 people bought at GX. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of New Super Mario Bros. Either. But that doesn't make your point by saying, oh well, New Super Mario Bros. Got new entries and it got new games and they didn't have any new ideas. Well, that's because it sold. It's a business, and I think that legitimately F-Zero fans have little to no. Some F-Zero fans have little to no concept of what a business is and investment is and going forward. Listen, I want F-Zero. I'm there with them. But this is not the way to go. You don't have to make yourself look like an idiot in the process of saying that you want F-Zero. Like, you really don't. Like, there's no need to do all that. Like, it's getting too extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to compare. New Super Mario Bros., that's a horrible, horrible comparison. At least Metroid fans have a little bit more sense and are comparing stuff that might be comparable. Like, okay, well, what about Kirby? Or what about, I don't know, something else? But why would you go after, why would you go after New Super Mario Bros? Like, that's got to be the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life. Like, one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard. Shout outs to you guys that didn't watch my video this morning. Appreciate you guys. I don't know why I didn't do better. Maybe because it was Saturday. I probably should have made it earlier or did it later in the day. Next time I'll have it up earlier. But anyway, we had a new video up talking about F-Zero, talking about Mario Kart 9, Switch sales, MPD, all of that. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Big video. But thank you for watching that video. 8+ minutes. So my average view duration was up. So thank you guys for that. Shout outs to all the new subscribers as well. Also, let's go ahead and get some shout outs for the peeps here. Oh wait, hold up, one more spiel. We are gonna do a huge, I'm not 100% sure, but there will be a huge Monster Hunter Rise hunting session either tomorrow or Monday for that. So if you want to get in on that, and if you want to support the gameplay streams and want to support the stream, we do got $1 Elite Ninja memberships. It gets you into our Discord. We have a brand new Etika Strong emote with the E as well, celebrating his legacy for all the new Elite Ninja, and also emotes and badges. So if you want to get in on all of that, and also our Discord, like I said, private Discord, emotes, make sure you become an Elite Ninja. You can hit that, you can type in !Elite, all lowercase, or link in the description as well, or hit the join button next to the subscribe button on your feed if it's there. So there's multiple ways, and I appreciate you guys supporting. We're at 370 Elite Ninja. We're trying to get the 400 for a brand new emote that I'm gonna let you guys pick. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. This is an all-time record. Let's keep it going. If we can hit 400 by this upcoming week, that would be freaking lit, and I would love you guys forever. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into these shout outs. So if you're here in the chat, feel free to say hi. I'll be more than happy to say hi back to all my lovely people. Miss Freckled Strawberry is here. What's good? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Lightning Ninja, what is good? Angel Page, what is up? Blue EX, what is good, man? Lee S, so what's good? Khalil Morgan, what's up? E-Man, what's up? Sabo, what is good? Alonzo Vines, what is good? Some dude. The Pikmin angle, that would have been a better angle, but it doesn't suit their point, because Pikmin 3 Deluxe got a remaster, and yeah, I mean, I think it sold about like almost 2 million, but so it doesn't really fit their narrative that it's gonna sell as well. But I mean, yeah, Pikmin would have definitely been a better option, some dude, absolutely. Like, hey, Pikmin did well and it came back, but 2 million sales, that's not enough for Nintendo to consistently invest into Pikmin over and over and over and over and over again. Like, the sales of Pikmin were never enough. We had to wait a whole damn generation. Pikmin skipped the Wii. We got the new Play Control Pikmin, but that's not a new game. That's just 2 of the GameCube games put on the Wii with Wii motion controls, you know? So, I mean, when you don't sell millions upon millions of copies, or if you're not extremely popular merchandise-wise, like Kirby, don't expect to be getting games normally. It's just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. Dior Wilson, what's good? Blue EX, Party Man. Chupacabra says, I highly doubt most of those guys are even actual F-Zero fans, just bandwagoning on what's popular. They're making F-Zero sound like it's up there with Mario or Zelda. They're trying. Yeah, I highly doubt. I mean, we've had people come here and admit that they're not even like, they haven't even played F-Zero. They just think it looks cool, so they're just gonna, yeah, bandwagon on. But yeah, probably not even real F-Zero fans. A lot of these people are kids and didn't even grow up with F-Zero, you know? I mean, the last F-Zero game was 2003. So, I mean, if you're 20 years old or 22 years old, talk about where's my F-Zero, I mean, maybe you played it later, but it's not like you grew up with F-Zero or anything. You were a freaking baby when the game came out. Bead Queen, what is good? Gamer Goon, what is up? Chris Gamer, what is good? Brian Jedi, Witch Hearts. Yes, Monster Hunter session. It's either going to be tomorrow or Monday. It just depends. I was supposed to see my daughter today, but I couldn't. So I might see her tomorrow. And if I don't see her tomorrow, then I'll see her Monday. So it just depends on when I actually get to see my daughter or not. So we'll see. If I see her tomorrow, then we won't have it tomorrow. We'll have it Monday. If I don't see her tomorrow, or if I don't see her tomorrow, then I'll see her Monday. If I see her tomorrow, then it'll be Monday. So yeah, whatever. Alonzo Vines, what's good? Dingo on my 40. Jay Davey. What is good? Emery Strike, what's up, man? Mr. Pete, are the 3 F-Zero fans at it again? I think they're at the tipping point. The article from IGN made them basically revolt. I think they're at the tipping point. Like I said, I'm a fan. I've played every F-Zero game. I like the F-Zero games. You know, unlike a lot of these people that are crying about it, I actually was like there from day one with F-Zero. I saved up legitimately, me and my bro, we saved up every penny that we had that we could get, chores, everything, so we could buy F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. You know, back in the day, when F-Zero GX came out, I did get, or sorry, F-Zero X. I ended up getting that for Christmas. When F-Zero came out on the GameCube, I ended up buying that as well before it went to Player's Choice. Okay, before it went to Player's Choice, Maximum Velocity, I bought that game as well. So I've bought every single main F-Zero game that I've tried, but the game's never been a huge seller. It's just never been something that people rush out there and go buy. I mean, that's just how it is.
I want to shake your hand.
Some dude with the dollar donation says, hey, can you do me a favor and play Hunting from Digital Devil Saga 1? Need some chill guitar vibes to drown out the fake F-Zero frauds. All right, I got you, man. No, but I'm there. Like, I want F-Zero, though. For real, though. Like, real talk, I really do want F-Zero. I really do want it. I think it'd be really cool. I think it would do well in today's day. I just don't like the cap. You know what I'm saying? Like, the problem is the cap. Like, the problem is, like, the whataboutisms and cap that's going on. It's like, okay, this is not how we get F-Zero. You know what I'm saying? Like, sitting there saying, well, what happened to New Super Mario Bros? It's like, that's just dumb. Like, you've got to, like I said, you've got to be a moron that can't count if you're going to sit here and say, why is New Super Mario Bros. Out there getting games or Mario getting games and F-Zero isn't? Like, you've got to be a complete moron. There's no way that that's from anybody logical, or it's got to be a troll post, in my opinion. All right, let's see here. We're gonna have Digital Devil Saga 1 hunting hunting theme. All right. Thank you for another $1, some dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'd like to see F-Zero switch. I don't like only blaming gamers for lack of sales, but comparing F-Zero to Mario was pretty silly. I mean, well, what else could Nintendo have done to make F-Zero any better? Like, they gave it to Sega. They put together a good team. They marketed the game. It's not like the game wasn't, you know, Nintendo did say, hey, we got F-Zero. I remember seeing a commercial for the game. It was on commercials. I mean, at the time, I mean, what else are they going to do? They made it 60 frames per second. They've got hella racers on there. You can play with your friends. I mean, what else do they do to make it sell better? Like, they made a amazing F-Zero game. So what else do you do? I don't understand what else you do. They tried. They've been making really good F-Zero games. They market them. They tell people to go out there and buy them. They're not drowning them out. Like, they made F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. It was good. People bought that one relatively. They made F-Zero on the N64. I mean, that was okay. People bought it. People liked it. They made F-Zero on the GBA. People were like, oh yeah, that's good too. They didn't really buy that. And then F-Zero GX on the GameCube, that's like, hey, this is the ultimate F-Zero game. We're putting everything we got into it, and people didn't buy it like that. So I don't understand what else that they do. Like, you're saying, like, oh, we don't blame the fans. Like, what else can they do to make this game sell? Like, GX, like, I saw it in magazines. I saw it. I mean, I don't get it. Oh, can you please expand on the 1.5 million sold angle and how that wasn't enough for Nintendo just to find another game? Yeah. A lot of people like to sit there and sugarcoat 1.5 million, you know, and make it seem as if that is a number that's going to get any company investing heavily into IP and IP over and over. No, that's not a number that's going to get a company to consistently invest into an IP every single time. They might try for a while to see if they can get it better and better, but there is no guarantee if you sell 1.5 million copies, by the way, not 1.5 million at full price, but 1.5 million at Player's Choice. So a lot of those copies were Player's Choice $20, you know, not at full price. Now, if F-Zero, if lifetime to date 1.5 million and a lot of those copies were sold at $20, I'm sorry, that's not enough to consistently get an investment from any company. It's the same reason why you don't see Gravity Rush, the same reason why you don't see Beautiful Joe, same reason why you don't see Sly Cooper, same reason why you don't see Jack and Daxter, same reason why you don't see Okami, same reason why, I mean, the Darkstalkers, It's the same reason why you don't see all of these franchises from these companies, Banjo-Kazooie, whatever the case is. There needs to be more than just 1 million at discounted sales for a company to say, okay, we're going to consistently invest into an IP. It's just not going to happen. I mean, there might be some exceptions here and there, but for the most part, you're not going to get that unless the franchise is popular outside of the game sales. Like, let's say Kirby, for example. Kirby just sells like $1 bazillion of merch. Like, people just buy Kirby-ish all over, like, especially in Japan. People just buy shirts and plushies and erasers. And so the HAL company makes a lot of money off of just Kirby, you know? So that's the only way that you're actually going to get, you know, a franchise that's going to get more installments, is if the franchise is actually popular, like to where it sells a lot out, even outside of, there's been like, you know, anime Kirby that done well or whatever. So that's the only exception, really. But even then, Kirby games have a higher peak than whatever F-Zero's done. All right, let's get to some more comments here. Effie wasn't exactly popular for decades, but it took the right game Awakening for the series to blow up. It wasn't, but we didn't get Fire Emblem games. Nintendo knew. It's not, we didn't get, dude, we got Martha and Roy in Smash Brothers before we even got a Fire Emblem game here in the US. You know? So, like, yeah, it did take Awakening for it to blow up in sales, but GX should have been the Awakening for F-Zero, and it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't. Like, you can't blow your chance. You know? Like, you get a chance, and that was Fire Emblem fans, that was their chance. Yo, we had to buy that game or it was over. Like, we had to buy that game or it was over. So Fire Emblem fans, we actually stood up. We actually put our money where our mouth is. I was there. I bought it. You know, I bought it full price. Not waiting, but bought it full price. $40. You got to actually show up. Kid Icarus fans, we blew it. That's why I don't be getting salty about Kid Icarus. We blew it. Everybody, I was one of those angry Kid Icarus guys online. Oh, well, you give me Kid Icarus. It came out, we blew it. That's why you don't see me complain. I'm like, you know what, man, we blew it. We blew it. Plain and simple. You can't complain for another Kid Icarus. We got Masahiro Sakurai himself to make Kid Icarus, and it didn't sell millions upon millions of copies. No, Nintendo ain't gonna invest in that heavily. Nope, not enough. You know, we blew it. So F-Zero fans, GX was your chance. Maximum velocity on GBA and GX were your opportunities. They blew it. Bring the course making mode to NA sign should be Japan. I don't know what you're talking about, Zoltor. Let's see here. F-Zero GX also had a pretty big and expensive budget as well. I think they really gave it a good shot. It did have it because it was outsourced. It was outsourced, and you know it did have a budget. It did have a pretty good budget. So I played and owned F-Zero GX, and F-Zero is one of my favorite racing games. I grew up with F-Zero. Wish we got a new game. The mix of races, open world, ended action side quests. Yeah, that would take a lot of money to make, and I just don't think Nintendo's confident in F-Zero to make something like that. Like to invest that type of money to make something like that, an open-ended, futuristic racing game with action side quests. That's not going to be cheap. That would be something expensive to make. And you know, after F-Zero GX failing, and when they spent a lot of money, you know, I just don't think they ever thought that, you know, like that franchise is going to do anything. Now, it could be resurrected. We got to wait and see. But, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything crazy. You know, even like Pokemon Snap seems like it's not like they reinvented the wheel with Pokemon Snap, but Pokemon Snap did way better than what any F-Zero game ever did. You know? Let's see. Vanessa says should say that there's a difference between selling enough small profit versus selling gangbusters. Companies are beholden to investors, and now we have to make the max money to please them. Yeah, it's not about selling enough. Some games maybe, but when it comes to like the sales of stuff, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Ghost says more installments. It's been 17 years. Every 5 years is long enough. No more excuses. They're not obligated to give you anything to go. Like honestly, they're not obligated to give you F-Zero. Nobody is. They're not obligated. Based off the sales, no, Nintendo doesn't have to give you There's no more excuses. They don't owe us anything. If they make one, if you want to buy it, buy it. But if they don't, they don't. But they don't have any obligation. No company does. As a content creator myself, I have no obligation to give you guys Final Fantasy videos or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? What I have an obligation to do is make videos that you guys actually want to watch that do well. I reviewed Final Fantasy VII Remake on this channel, and it got 1.7K views. I have no obligation to ever review another Final Fantasy ever again, because nobody watched the Final Fantasy stuff that I put out. So I have no obligation to do anything for 17 years. I don't got to talk about Final Fantasy at all if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But I do have an obligation to actually give you guys things that you guys watch. So any company, there is no obligation for Gravity Rush 3. It can be 20 years. There is no obligation. And if they want to make it, or if they've got an idea to do it and they think that it can sell, then okay, cool, bring it out. But it's not about excuses. If they don't want to make it, they don't have to. Like, we had our chance with F-Zero GX and we all blew it. At least us that was alive back then. So you can blame your dad or blame your cousin or your brother. Blame all them. Blame all the Nintendo fans that were around back then that didn't buy the game. But nobody has an obligation to give you anything, to be honest. It's not about excuses. They don't have an obligation to give you anything. Just like there's no obligation to make another Kid Icarus game. There's been 3, in my lifetime, I've had 3 Kid Icarus games, and it's one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. And I've gotten 3 in my lifetime. F-Zero fans got more than me when it comes to, because I like Kid Icarus way more than I like F-Zero. And I've gotten 3. 3 in my life. In 30-something plus years that Kid Icarus has been around, since the freaking NES. I remember playing almost day one Kid Icarus on the NES, thinking, wow, this is going to be a great franchise that I'm going to play a lot of them over the course of my life. I've played 3. I've got an NES game, I've got a Game Boy game, and I've got a 3DS game. And that's it. And that's it for my whole entire life. So, hey, no excuses. It's been 30-something years. Give me Kid Icarus. I demand it. No, they're not going to do what I want. We should have bought the game. You got to buy the games to get more games, guys. Like, I get it. I understand, like, we're the fans' perspective, and I'm with you. But I'm not like, oh, well, no excuses. Like, they owe us 5 years. That's like, no. They don't have to continuously invest into something that doesn't sell well. That's not how any business works. Microsoft, Sony, where the hell is Banjo and Kazooie? It's been 20 years, or it's been 13 years. No excuses. Give me Banjo and Kazooie. The last one was nuts and bolts. No excuses. No. If they don't want to do it, then they don't got to do it. Where the hell is Rare with my new Banjo? Nowhere to be found. Where the hell is my new Jack and Daxter? They don't want to do it. They're doing Last of Us and other stuff. They have no obligation or requirement to us to do anything. You know, it's if they do it, then they do it. We can ask for it. But if something isn't making a lot of money, then if it doesn't happen, then it is what it is. But we can ask for it, but it's not like no excuses. Like, they have to give us this. It's like, no, they actually don't. You know? It's up to you whether you want to support the company anymore if they don't give you what you want. So if they're not giving you what you want, then you can go somewhere else and get something, you know? But I just find it hilarious that people think that we're getting to the point to where, like, fans are getting kind of crazy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, where were all these fans 17 years ago or 18 years ago, plus when GX came out? I mean, it should have sold better. Animal Crossing outsold GX. That was a brand new IP. Nobody had no idea what the hell an Animal Crossing is. It looked absolutely moronic back when it came out. And that sold better than F-Zero GX. I mean, come on, man. Let new IP sell better than it. That's ridiculous. And that's on the GameCube too. King Bowser says, on top of that, the original director of the franchise said he'd revisit F-Zero if he had something new to add to it. It's been years. He hasn't seen a reason to. Yeah, that's the guy from Sega, right? The Yakuza producer. Maybe they can expand on the audience by hiring Keanu Reeves to play as Captain Falcon. Maybe. I bought F-Zero GX as a kid. It's one of my best racing games. Yeah. It's a business at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm a fan too, guys. Like, I would love to get a new F-Zero. Like, I'm there with you guys. I just don't like the cap. That's all. Like, it's not about as a fan. As a fan, I'm right there. Like, I feel you. But what I don't like is the people that are doing the cap. It's like demanding and like bringing up Mario and like that's the stuff that I don't like. It's like, that makes no sense. That's idiotic. You're not gonna get what you want making these type of points, bringing up Mario or saying it's been 17 years, I demand it. It's like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, would it be great for Resurrection? Absolutely. It'd be great for Resurrection. It would be really cool though. It'd be dope. I want to see it. I want to see it. But I think that a lot of fans just show that you want the franchise. There's no need to get like crazy with these comparisons. Like, if you want something, that's fine. But what I'm hearing, like, I see Naughty Dog fans, or not Jack and Daxter fans, you know, they're sending them pictures. They're saying, hey, can we get a new one? Blah, 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 blah. I get it. And maybe you're frustrated, and I completely understand that. But I mean, like, comparing it to Mario now, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see here. Come on. Been 20 years. Times change. What's changed from 20 years? Consumers change. Stop it. Just make a good game. It's simple. It's not chess. Okay, so then what happened to Astral Chain? The GOAT. What happened? Why isn't Astral Chain selling 5-6 million copies? Consumers change. People change. The same people that are crying, the same amount of outcry for F-Zero we've seen for Nintendo and new IPs. So explain to me Astral Chain sales. Why that game's not selling 5 million copies plus and it's not super blockbuster. Explain to me. Consumers change, things change, outrage online change. Okay, I feel you. Why is Astral Chain not selling? It's a great game. It's an amazing game. It's one of the best games on the Switch. People demanded that Nintendo makes new IPs. They got it. So explain to me Astral Chain sales. I'm waiting. Lightning Ninja says, Patrick Courtney, Mario, Zelda, Animal Crossing, Pokemon are I think meant bread and butter. You can expect Nintendo anything else if they really want to make it. Yeah, you can't really expect anything else. Yeah, exactly. You're going to get the bread and butter, maybe a few games on the side, but you can't expect anything else just because they're going to make what sells and then they're going to take a few chances here and there. Problem with F-Zero GX is that it was on the GameCube. It released on the Wii. It would have done a little bit better. Are you sure about that? Metroid Prime 3 on the Wii actually did worse than Metroid Prime on the GameCube. Emery Strike says, I think Switch is the true litmus test for popularity because of the install base. Not too many people own GameCube in comparison, though I don't care about GX. Yeah, but it still didn't sell well. So 1.5 is still not good. It still should have sold better than that. Because we got franchises on the Wii U that did better numbers. You know what I'm saying? Or close to it with a lower install base. So, yeah. I know it's not a new game, but a lot of people liked F-Zero tracks in Mario Kart 8. I get it. F-Zero, Mario Kart is F-Zero. It's not F-Zero, but it's probably piqued interest in the franchise. Let's see. Those games are skill-based games. However, kids today are too slow to enjoy those games. What do you think F-Zero is? F-Zero is a really hard-as-nails skill-based racing game. You've got to be precise. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Not enough advertisement, I think. Oh my goodness. You've got to be... How is it not enough advertisement? What? Oh, come on. What are you talking about? They had multiple campaigns. They had multiple trailers and directs. They freaking had showcases for the game. Like, what else do you want them to do? Make a freaking Super Bowl commercial for it? I mean, come on. What? People are just, see what I'm talking about now? It's like super cav at this point. It's like they make every single excuse in the book. There's no excuse why Astral Chain shouldn't be doing better than what it is, man. Like, outside of, it's just fraudulent people online crying for something than not buying the game. That's ridiculous. Probably the main reason why IPs like Banjo-Kazooie, Astral Chain, Conquer, F-Zero, Glover, Mrs. Makers, and so forth are in a state they're in because they're unappreciated. Yeah. Punch-Out came back and didn't sell. Kid Icarus came back and didn't sell. Star Fox came back and didn't sell. Yeah, it's a freaking never... And people will give you excuses for every single one. Oh, well, with Punch-Out, then, you know, it was the Wii, and the Wii, it's not for core gamers. With F-Zero or with Star Fox, oh, well, the Wii U, that didn't sell well. It's the controls sucked. Okay, well, what about Assault on the GameCube? Oh, well, the GameCube didn't have enough system sales. Okay, what about Command on the DS? Oh, well, that was the DS. People didn't want that. They wanted something else. It's like, okay, what about F-Zero on the 3DS? Or sorry, what about Star Fox on the 3DS? The remaster or whatever. Oh, well, it was a remaster. We already played it. It's like, oh god, they'll just bring up excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse, you know? I also think people are just waiting for Bayonetta 3 and didn't want to fill in, but it wasn't a fill-in. It wasn't a fill-in for Bayonetta 3. It was a brand new IP that people have been clamoring for. I'm not talking about people waiting for Bayonetta 3. I'm talking about people that were clamoring for a new Nintendo IP that we see all the time. They got you a new Nintendo IP in the action genre, and now all of a sudden people, oh, well, it was a fill-in. I don't want to play. It's a fill-in. That's ridiculous. See what excuses I'm talking about? That's dumb. There's some people that don't even like Bayonetta or whatever the case is. So where are all those people that, because Bayonetta is not a big seller either. So where are all those people that were clamoring for new IP buying Astral Chain? They're not there. It's not waiting for Bayonetta. Bayonetta's never sold more than freaking 2 point something million copies either. It's not like that's been a huge, massive seller either. I mean, come on, man. Like, what's with these excuses? What's with these excuses? Can we just call a spade for once? Can we just call a spade a spade? That, like I said, there's no need to cap. Just say you want something. That's it. Like, there's just these excuses and this cap. Stop making excuses for stuff not going your way. Like, just tell the truth. Yo, look, people aren't interested in this game as much, but I would like to see it. Is that so hard to say? I bought Astral Chain like 5 or 6 times. I gave away multiple copies. I have a sealed copy. I bought a digital copy. And Nintendo gave me a copy. I mean, like, can we just stop with the cap? Like, I love Kid Icarus, man. If we get a new one, cool. But yeah, the last one didn't do too well. But I hope we get another one, man. Hopefully we get another one. Hopefully. Why can't I just... It starts and stops right there. What's with the, oh, well, people... The reason why Kid Icarus didn't do well is because it was released with the hand thing and the controls weren't... It's like, no, the controls, whatever. There's lots of games that have issues that still sell, you know, or that has whatever. It's still an amazing game. We just need to stop with the cap. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. Stop with making up excuses for everything when you don't get your way, you know, or when you don't see what you like. Oh, I'm going to make an excuse. I'm going to sit there and make 15 million excuses for this now. Oh, people are waiting for Bayonetta with no release date, with no actual footage, with no any. Oh, well, I can't buy Astral Chain. I'm waiting for Bayonetta. Like, what? It's an amazing game. People are clamoring for new IPs. Go buy it. Where are all those people at? Not there buying the game. Don't get me wrong. 1 million is great. 1 million is fantastic. But I'm not expecting Astral Chain 2 to be coming out anytime soon, or for Nintendo to be like, all right, let's get on Astral Chain 2 right away. You know, if we get another Astral Chain, cool. If we don't, well, we blew it. We should have bought 4 million copies of the game. We blew it, you know? Let's see here. J. Davey with the $10 joke. He says, can't believe the Astral Chain not getting enough advertising. Yeah, I can't. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous claim. The game was advertised plenty. It got multiple overview trailers. It got Nintendo Direct footage. It got everything that it needed for it to be extremely successful. And for a new IP, now let's just put it in perspective. For a new IP, it's fantastic. You know, it's for Platinum Games. If you want to talk about Platinum Games game, it's great. You know, it's great for that. New IP, it's cool. You know, but this online outrage doesn't always equate to when you get what you want, let's see the sales. People did the same thing that you're doing right now with F-Zero. People did the same thing with Kid Icarus, and look what happened. The only reason why I'm talking like this is because I've been there before. The GOAT, I was you a decade ago, saying we haven't had a new Kid Icarus game since the Game Boy. It's been 20 years, or it's been whatever. It's been a long time, right? It's been, I think, when did that Game Boy game come out? Like the 80s? So it had been a very long time. I was the same as you, bro. That's the only reason why I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying this is because I was in the same spot that you were in, sitting there and saying, no excuses, I need this, demand it. The game comes out and then people don't buy the game. You know, it's not a guarantee that everyone's gonna rush out and go buy something because you like it. You know, it's just not a guarantee. That's all I'm trying to say. We just don't need cap. Just be like, yo, like, we need a new game, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. That's why I'm never gonna go crazy when it comes to stuff that I want. It's like, if we get new Astral Chain, cool. If we don't, well, we should have bought it. You know, we should have bought more copies of it. You can only blame ourselves if we don't ever get a new Astral Chain, or nobody likes Astral Chain as much as I like it. Okay, it could be that nobody likes it as much as I like it. People just, it's maybe it's not as good as I think it is. You know, whatever the case is, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's get. Thank you for the 10 though. Thank you for the JoJo. Let's see here. Some dude also donated $1 and says, y'all are the same reason why we don't get any more Capcom versus series aside from Marvel vs. Capcom. Y'all didn't buy Darkstalkers, Beautiful Joe, Kid Icarus, Ridge Racer, Chibi Robo, and Star Fox games. I can legit keep going. Y'all want to speak with your wallets? Yeah. That's basically what at the end of the day, it just comes down to money. It doesn't come down to anything else, man. If F-Zero sold well, then we would have keep on getting F-Zero games, man. That's really what it comes down to. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it really came down to. F-Zero toys, I don't know. Rupert Ocampo with the 20 CA says another April baby to another. Here's a very happy birthday weekend from me. You are the Hokage and your elites are tight knit and you guys have so much fun every time you stream, OJ. Hey, thank you, Rupert Ocampo, and thank you guys for accepting my intense way of discussion just to make it more exciting. To be honest, man, I don't really care. F-Zero fans can do whatever the hell that they want, but it makes it more interesting when I get a little bit more animated because of the silliness that's happening. Nintendo Power, but thank you for the birthday wishes and thank you for the 20. Shout outs to the Maple Syrup dollars, Maple Syrup boys. Nintendo Power with the $5. Let's see here. My question has, oh, you're going ad hominem now, huh? The goat. What does my age have to do with me saying cap? You're going ad hominem, going ad hominem. What up? What aboutism? Oh, what about not what aboutism, but going ad hominem now, huh? All right, let's go. That's how I know I've won. Nintendo Power says, with the $5 says, my question is there ever been a new Nintendo IP that didn't sell well and still got a sequel? Also, we don't know the digital sales of Astral Chain. We do know the digital sales of Astral Chain. Nintendo gave us an update on there, and that was the digital sales. I know you're just messing around, but that's when I say I know that I've won. I know that I've won because you got nothing else to actually say when it comes down to it, so you got to make just some joke. I get it. Like, I get it. You know, it's okay. I know you're just joking around. I know you've been around for a long time. And I've no offense taken. I'm just simply saying, I just know that I won with this one because, you know, because you're mentioning about my age and me saying cap. Like, and me saying cap. So that's how I know I'm like, all right, I got it. If we can get Astral Chain 2, every Nintendo fan better buy it. You know, to be honest, man, I don't think Nintendo fans would buy Astral Chain 2. I think Astral Chain 2, the only thing that would get Astral Chain 2 for people to really buy, it's like they've got to get a character in Smash, and they've got to like super like you got to get more content creators to play Astral Chain. Not enough content creators played Astral Chain, and I know Nintendo was giving out like the copies like to the Nintendo ambassadors and stuff like that, and to review sites, but like the Game Awards, like it got snubbed at the Game Awards so many times. You can tell like many of the press, they didn't play the game. They didn't play Astral Chain. They just didn't play it. They didn't know what the hell the game was. Even though, you know, they work at these big companies, they're like, I don't feel like playing the game. So they just skipped it. They just skipped the game. Plain and simple. My question, has there ever been a new Nintendo IP that didn't sell well? It still got a sequel? Like major Nintendo IP? Like when we talk about small or big. I mean, like, and like, it depends on budget. I mean, like there's a varying different levels of selling well. A game like F-Zero GX, that's like a big budget game at the time. That's like a big, you know, outsourced type of game that needs to sell a good amount of copies. I would say, you know, 2 million plus 3 million for them to really be excited about the sales at full price or near like quick sales, quick money, but stretched out over the course of 4 or 5 years, Player's Choice selling 1.5 million. That's not exactly what they're looking for when it comes to it. But I can't think of anything that Nintendo's done in the same vein of F-Zero that has sold poorly or what would be considered selling poorly and gotten a sequel. I can't think of anything, you know? Those are fake Nintendo fans. The only ones constantly asking for new IPs. Nintendo makes more than anyone, and they ignore the new IPs despite always asking for such. Yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is. Star Fox, F-Zero, Metroid, all space games, sales failure. Metroid's a bit better. Metroid I think Metroid has potential to sell better than what it has. I think the biggest problem where Nintendo ran into problems was Metroid Prime 3 and Metroid Other M. Those set the franchise back quite a bit. Not because the games weren't good, but because the sales just weren't there. Metroid Other M in particular, that game got discounted extremely quickly. I saw it for $10 not very long after the game came out at GameStop. So that game was discounted extremely quickly. Metroid Prime 3 didn't sell anywhere near what Nintendo thought it would sell. They thought this was going to be a big core game. The Wii was hot. Gamers were going to go out there and buy the game, and it just didn't happen that way, you know. No, Astral Chain, where'd you get that number? You just made that up. You made that number up. 4 million copies. Who said 4 million? Google search Astral Chain sales and nothing comes up with 4 million. Where'd you get that from? Wasn't from me. Alexis Garcia with the $5 says people kept asking for banjo and got ukulele and said nah. So I don't know what people want. Is amazing game. My opinion, the great stream like always, bro. Yo, thank you, Alexis. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, obviously they want banjo. They don't like ukulele or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, I get why some people maybe didn't buy the game, but it is what it is, you know. Let's see here. I noticed. Okay, yeah, nobody is on the board. Hold up, my bad. Shinru, you should be the top stream ninja. What the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing, Shinru? Shinru, thank you for reminding me about that. Shinru, nobody's up on the board. We gotta get the board up here. Shout out Shinru. You're the top streamer in the stream Okage, my man. Thank you for the donation though, Shinru. Thank you for all the support today, guys. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Nintendo Power with the $2. I asked if they released sales. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, they did release sales, but they haven't released really updated sales numbers. They haven't released anything updated past like the 1.06 million that it's sold. I think it's maybe like at 1.1 something million. I'm not 100% sure, but we haven't gotten a sales update for Astral Chain in a while, in a hot minute. So it could be doing better. It could not be. I don't know. Can you play Savior from Astral Chain? Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. Let's see. I don't even know what we're talking about, but I think Diddy Kong Racing game on the Switch would be amazing. David says, I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm gonna say something. Let's see. On Nintendo new IPs, discourse has always been mature games. Dog whistle for games with generic stubby rugged. Well, I mean, Astral Chain would be that, right? Mature game. In regards to new IPs that didn't sell well but got sequels, Xenoblade Chronicles is the only game that I can think of. Xenoblade Chronicles, but it did sell well. That's the thing. It's for budget. Xenoblade Chronicles was made on a paper-thin budget with barely any people when Monolith Soft was extremely tiny. It was not like a game that was marketed, like highly marketed. They literally spent nothing on marketing for the game. So when it comes to like development cost versus, you know, profit, Xenoblade Chronicles was very high. They got an exclusive deal with GameStop. You know, the profit margin for Xenoblade was high. So that's the reason why we got more of them. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles X, that was on the Wii U, so it was tougher. But that game didn't really get too many discounts, so they were able to make that game profitable as well. Monolith Soft are kind of miracle workers with their, like, you know, with what they do. And then Xenoblade, and there was potential for that franchise to do even more. So therefore, they tried it again with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and they ended up selling 2 million plus, right? So it's getting better and better, but it's because they don't have to spend much on the game. The game, although it's an open world game and you think it might cost a lot to make, the Xenoblade games really don't cost a lot to make. They have that's why I said in order for Xenoblade to actually truly sell extremely well, they need to improve the graphics. There needs to be a better budget for the game. But currently how they're doing it, it's going to sell right around where it's at. It's going to be profitable for them, which is great, you know, but it's not going to, you know, it's never going to be anything to where we're going to see it normally or anything like that. So yeah. But yeah, that might be the one. I mean, there's been other games that are new IPs that, you know, that don't sell as much, but I think Xenoblade on the Wii sold over 1 million. If you include all the copies or everything that they've distributed, it sold over 1 million. And like I said, that game was on a paper-thin budget. That was back when Monolith Soft barely even had like 40 employees or something like that. They made that on essentially nothing on the Wii too, 480p. So I mean, SD system as well. Then if we're ever to port another F-Zero game to the Switch, which one would you want them to bring back? Well, GX, that'd be the game. GX would be the game. Hey, thank you for the follow, Beak. Yo, YZ250 Moto with the huge $50 donation. Thank you so much, man. Goodness gracious. YZ250 Moto with the 50 and says, what game would be Nintendo's highlight game for E3 Showcase? Can you play stage 1 song from Mega Man X4? The highlight game, I mean, it would be like a Legend of Zelda, or it would be like a Metroid Prime 4, or it'd be something along the lines of that, like a Pokemon Legends Arceus. Something like that would probably be like the highlight main game. Splatoon 3 could be one of those, could be that type of game, you know? any of their their big heavy hitters that they've got, that they still got left. All right. Thank you for the freaking 50, man. You're the top streamer in the stream, Okage. Thank you so much, YZ, man. Going kind of nuts there with that $50 donation, dude. I appreciate that. Mega Man X4, stage 1. Shout outs, man. Appreciate the support, dude. I really do. It's very nice of you. By the way, this music is freaking lit, so don't mind me if I play it a couple times, maybe. One of my favorite tracks of all time. YZ250. Thank you for the support. The GOAT, you said I missed some of your, GOAT, you said I missed some of your comments. Can you repeat them, man? Be more than happy to have a comment. I'm not trying to ignore you, bro. Shoutouts to Patrick Courtney with a $10 donation. I don't know if I missed it, but I've been in and out of the stream. Did you actually do something for your birthday? I didn't go anywhere outside of my mom's house. They got me an Oreo cake, and I spent the day yesterday with my sister and with my nephew and my mom, and I ate pizza and candy. So yeah, is Captain Toad a new IP? Nah, not really, because Captain Toad is part of the Mario franchise. Why is this track not in Smash? It should be in Smash. I don't know why it's not. Hey, shoutouts. Metroid Prime 4 was going to make or break for that IP, considering all the money that went into Nintendo dumped into development. You know what, Brian Jedi? I don't think it's the make or break for that IP. You know why? Because you guys got 2 shots. There's 2 shots. There's 2 shots for the make or break, Brian. You've got Metroid, 2D Metroid that's coming, and you've got Metroid Prime 4. One of them can fail. So let's just say Metroid Prime 4 somehow flops. Let's say Metroid 2D does extremely well. Okay, we're in business. Let's say Metroid 2D flops. Metroid Prime 4 does extremely well. Okay, we're still in business. So Metroid has a bit more leeway because there is a 2D Metroid game coming. Now, historically, Metroid Prime's the best-selling Metroid game. If you don't count reselling, I guess if you count reselling, then probably, I think Metroid Prime is still the best-selling because you'd have to go with Metroid Prime Trilogy because that game was on the Wii, and then that game was released again on the Wii U. But if you go all reselling, we don't know because like it'd be between Super Metroid and Metroid Prime, those 2 games. So I think Nintendo's trying to set it up like it was there. Okay, what's gonna be the bigger one that we know that we can go forward with? You know, hopefully both. I think they're thinking, hey, let's get both of them doing really well. That's what they want. They want both games to do very well. You know, but I mean, if 2D Metroid can sell 2-3 million out the gate, you know, $60 or full, whatever they decide to charge for it. I doubt they'll charge 50, but $60 or whatever it is, if they can sell 2-3 million out the gate, I think Metroid's in a good spot. Yo, Thomas, what's up, man? Welcome. What games would you recommend for PSN before closer, OJ? I'd have to go through and look through all of them, man. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's the one game. Are people at least saying that they have NSO to play Star Fox or F-Zero? NSO to play Star Fox or F-Zero? I don't think people are saying that. I think people just want a new game. Or something. They just want something to bring back, you know. Big Bot, what's up, man? Welcome. Prime 4 will flop unless it gets multiplayer. I don't think so. I don't think Prime 4 will flop unless it gets multiplayer. If it's an amazing game that gives you plenty of content and all that, and it doesn't have multiplayer, I think it'd do just fine. I think it doesn't need multiplayer in order for it to sell well. I don't think so. Getsu Fumaden's not going to be in Smash Brothers. It's ridiculous. We're still on the F-Zero discussion. 009. Look at Shinin. Yeah. What about Shinin? Fast Racing RMX didn't even sell like crazy in terms of compared to like other indie games on the Switch. It sold okay, but it's not like F-Zero fans rushed out to buy that game. Let's see here. There's a big Metroid-shaped hole on the Switch. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Metroid's coming, so we're gonna see how it does. We're gonna see how it does. Says I think 17 years is long enough to come up with the new ideas and have $2 to $4 million budget, $2 to $4 million budget to produce a quality game. $2 to $4 million to produce a quality F-Zero in HD on the Switch? I ain't trying to be mean, but Go, you have no concept of game development. That proves it. I ain't trying to be mean, but if you think a quality F-Zero is only gonna cost $2 to $4 million, you're insane. This man say $2 to $4 million. It costs $2 to $4 million to make an indie game. That's like a fast racing. An F-Zero with 60 players and online and a marketing budget and content. You're kidding, right? What do you think you think it's a sweatshop? You think you can pay them pennies on the dollar? You gotta pay employees. Go. See, this is my problem with F-Zero fans. This is my problem. You guys are delusional. It's just a little delusional. You're a little delusional if you think $2 to $4 million is enough to make a quality F-Zero game. F-Zero GX costs more than $2 to $4 million on an SD system. Do you not know about marketing costs? Do you not know about development of HD visuals in games? You want to make a little indie F-Zero game, F-Zero's Twister Race? Then okay, we can do that for maybe two. You can get an indie. You want to make Cadence of Hyrule? You want to make Dylan's Rolling Western? You want to make something like that size, Pushmo? Yeah, $2 to $4 million will get you that. Hey, what's up, Fairy Tiger? $2 to $4 million will get you that. But do you really think $2 to $4 million is gonna get you a high quality F-Zero game to the standards of beating out GX? That's insane, bro. I'm sorry. Go. I can't take what you don't have a concept of development. That just proves it. I'm sorry, Go. I'm sorry, man. But I appreciate you being here, but that proves it that you don't know what you're talking about. It's okay though. It's okay. $2 million is not even enough for the marketing. You need more than $2 million for marketing. That's not even enough for a marketing budget. It's bare. I mean, what can you do with $2 million? I mean, you can pay your ad agency because you got to pay Golan. Golan can get because like you got to pay the employees there. They got to get paid. So you can pay them to get whatever, you can distribute it a little bit. You can get some interviews. You can, put out some YouTube ads with $2 million. You can get a few things done, but I mean, most marketing budgets for a big game are more than $2 million. Most, like Nintendo will spend way more than $2 million on like stuff like Splatoon or stuff like Legend of Zelda. They'll spend millions on Legend of Zelda, obviously. Mario, even like Pikmin, stuff like that, they'll spend more. But yeah, like you're gonna need a lot more than $2 to $4 million. You're gonna need double-digit million to make an F-Zero game. You're gonna need double-digit million to make an F-Zero game. You're gonna need tens of millions to make a high-quality F-Zero, which Nintendo has that. They can do it. It's just 2 to 4. This man legit said $2 to $4 million. Karen Buckley with the $5 or with the $3 says, "Can you play Persona 5 Strikers? You are stronger." A2. I'm sorry, A2, man. Like I said, F-Zero fans, man. Y'all at this point, you guys are, like I said, it's okay because I get it. You guys are upset. And when you're upset and you're desperate,
I want to shake your hand.
You start saying these type of things. These are the type of things that desperate and upset people will say online. No research, I'm going to just say what I want because I want something. So I get it. Like, I totally get it. F-Zero fans have had enough. They've had enough. They want their game, and they will, in desperation, will say anything that's on the top of their mind without even thinking. I mean, without even thinking, they'll just say it. So I get it. I totally get it, man. It's been a long time. It's been 2 decades. It's been a generation or two. Been a few generations. So I completely get that, man. Some dude with the dollar donation too. Let me play Persona 5. Persona 5 Strikers. You are stronger. Said $2 to $4 million would make a good ski sniper game. Oh man, dude. Shout outs though. Some dude with also says, as a huge fan of Metroid fan and a fan of both Prime 2 and Metroid, I think that whatever 2D Metroid they drop is going to be a hard sell for Nintendo at $60 MSRP. Remember back when people complained about Link's Awakening not looking like a $60 game? Yeah, people complained about it, but it still sold okay. So yeah, it might be a hard sell, but you know, I think that if it's good, I think that people will buy it. You know. Let's see here. Yo, Nintendo can make an F-Zero. Let's see here. F-Zero for $2 million though. I'll make it for them for $1 million. No, they can't make a good F-Zero for that price. No. J2 Blue with the $22 Joe. They can't make a good F-Zero for they can't. A high quality F-Zero? No. Like a F-Zero that surpasses GX? No. You can't make that because GX wasn't even $2 million. GX cost way more than $2 million to make. So you can't know. You guys have no, anybody that's saying that, you have no concept of game development costs. There's no way that Nintendo can make a great F-Zero game for $2 to $4 million and market the game and actually get people to know what the hell it is and buy it. There's no way. No way. Let's see here. J2 Blue with the 22 says, bringing back an old IP is really tough. Do you reinvent the wheel and appeal to new fans? Do you stick with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it formula? I love Sly Cooper, but I can't imagine how they would modernize it for today's PS fans, the PS fans. Yeah. I think the only way that they modernize it for today's PS fans is they make it into an open world action stealth game. That's the only way that Sly Cooper could be modernized. And you change the graphics to look like more realistic looking, non aesthetics like the cartoon type of or CG. Like you make it look like realistic, like a little bit more gritty. Not Ratchet and Clank, right? Not Ratchet and Clank, but you make it look a little. You differentiate it from Ratchet and Clank. You make it an open world action RPG stealth game. That's the only way that I see, like action RPG stealth. Like you turn it into like a ghetto Metal Gear, something like that. You know, that's the only way that I think that could appeal to PlayStation fans. That's what I would do. But would I spend the money needed to make something like that? I wouldn't do it. But you know, if I was running the company, I wouldn't do it because that's too much, and I don't think people would buy that. But that's, I mean, if you want to take a chance, let's just say, hey, we got some extra money, let's take a chance. And if they said, hey, OJ, you're leading up a team, we're giving you a budget to make Sly Cooper, what's your thought? I'd be like, well, this is what I would do. That's what I would present. Would that sell? I have no idea. Probably not, but that would be my last ditch effort. Hey, what's up, Squid? Let's see here. Action spin-off game for F-Zero. Fast RMX. Last time we checked on Fast RMX, it was over 100,000 copies sold. Thank you for the 22, J2 Blue. That makes you the top. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't. YZ250 Moto with the 50. Oh, snap. Thank you for the support, though, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Hey, guys. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Seriously. Thank you. What am I doing? It's 50. Appreciate that, guys. No, I didn't see that YZ250. Installing your heart rate monitor on a stream like Etika had before? Nah, I haven't done that. I don't want to copy him on that front. 2 to 4 million is cheap B team game. A big budget F-Zero game isn't costing less than 20 million. Yeah, that's what I would say. Even if that's too low, you got to pay for devs, composer, advertising, publishing. Yeah, that stuff's super expensive. I mean, if you want like a real good quality F-Zero game, yeah, 20 mil would be like the minimum. You know, that would be the minimum for anything substantial. Like, you can't make a game that's worse than F-Zero GX. You know why? Because if you make a game that's worse than F-Zero GX or lower budget or isn't quite as good, people are going to be like, oh, well, that's the reason why we didn't buy it. Look, it's not as good as the last game. It's like F-Zero on the Wii U. It's like, oh, we don't like that. That's not good. It's the control, blah, blah, blah. You know, people will find ways to not buy something, or they'll make up excuses to not get something. So in order for F-Zero to do well, it's got to have, like I said, something to kind of attract people. And it's also got to have, you know, it's got to have a budget. It's got to have a budget. It's got to get something to attract people. Like, you can't just put out something and expect people to buy it. I mean, you'll expect, like, the core F-Zero fans will go out there and buy it, but will it sell enough to where it's a substantial franchise and everyone's excited for the next games and they can continue putting a lot of time and effort and resources into it? Probably not. They'll just take that time, effort, and resources and put it into something else, you know, or put it into multiple other smaller projects, you know. Maybe they can Nerd can port GX for 2 million. Probably not. Even then, that'd be, because you still have to talk about marketing. Like, unless you don't market the game at all, like, you still have to talk about marketing. So there's still, I mean, 2 million even for that probably is, you know, not enough, to be honest. To be honest, probably not even enough for that because you'd actually have to redo quite a. You'd have to redo it in HD. Now, if the game was already in HD, like if it was already built for like an HD system, which it's not, then it might be easier. Like a Pikmin 3 Deluxe, like Pikmin, it's already on the Wii U. Just you bring that over, it's already HD compatible, blah blah blah. But like a game like F-Zero GX, which is it's 480p game, you'd have to, if you're gonna remaster, you got to do a better job. You can't just bring it over and make it still looks like a 480p game. You got to actually clean up the visuals a bit, right? You got to give people something presentable. I mean, and how much would you charge if you're charging 60 for it, which that they would, right? Like it'd have to be something that's substantial remaster, It couldn't just be like, oh, let me just quickly port it over from Nerd, It's like, no, they'd have to actually do a somewhat good remaster or add content or do something. So yeah, man. Do you think 3D Pac-Man could come back? Maybe. I don't know. F-Zero's close cousin to the Extreme G racing series. Anybody else remember Extreme G? Yeah, I remember it. I played all the Extreme racing games, like the Hydro Thunder, Wipeout, like all that stuff. I played all of them back in the day. The engine might need a redo. Yeah, they definitely would need to redo the engine, or they need to do something because it's too old at this point. I don't even know where the code is at this. Like, is the code salvageable? I mean, was it even 60 frames per second? Yeah, it was on the GameCube. Yeah, that's when Nintendo really started getting like frame rate stuff. Was the GameCube? Like a lot of their games were 60. Melee was 60. Super Smash, Melee was 60. F-Zero was 60. They had a lot of 60 frames. Like Metroid Prime was 60. They had a lot of 60 frames per second like games that like they're big budget games. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, when was the last Wipeout? Those games just not sell well. They never really sold crazy. I mean, they were okay, but they always had like really low budgets. But I think the last Wipeout was the Vita or the PSP. I forgot. You didn't realize Nintendo had so many 6 frames per second games? Of course they do. What games am I currently playing? Monster Hunter, Gary. So I don't know, man. I guess that was I guess we're done on F-Zero. I think we everybody that's gotten out whatever they wanted to say has said it. It's interesting nonetheless. Interesting nonetheless. So yeah, man. People are still arguing with me on Twitter. I don't care. People are sitting there and saying this and that. I don't care what you guys got to say. I'm done. Y'all delusional. Everybody that compares Mario Bros, New Super Mario Bros to F-Zero and trying to make a point off that, you have no point. You're delusional. There is no point to be made off of a franchise that is legitimately outsold. One game has outsold the whole franchise 2-3 times over. You know what I'm saying? There's no point. I have nothing to say to those people, to you people that are on Twitter telling me this. I have nothing to say to you guys. Absolutely nothing outside of you guys are delusional. Delusional people. PLC 85 with the $5.49 Canadians says Killer 7 and Mischief Maker should come back. Yeah, unfortunately those games didn't sell well either. What's up, Soldier? Hey, what's up, Spencer? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, man? F-Zero and Cyberpunk 2077 style budget and development cycle? Yes. That's what we need at the end of the day, right? Is that what we need? Oh, man. RPG revivals. Let's talk about some RPG revivals, boys and girls. So, out of all the RPGs that you guys have ever played, please tell me, what are your RPG revivals that need to come back? I want to know. For me, I'd go with Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is an RPG revival that I think we need to see. Because it's just awesome. It's just awesome. So I need to see that. I need to see it. Thank you for the 549 though. I appreciate it. Fossil Fighters. That's kind of a corny franchise, but yeah, I can see that kind of being kind of cool, like in today's day. Yeah, the same series, Extra is the last one, if I'm not mistaken. Skies of Arcadia. Skies of Arcadia definitely needs to come back. Fairy Tiger says Suidoken. Yes, that needs to come back. Absolutely. Mother 3. Does Reggie need to give us Mother 3? Pokemon Ranger
Hey,
doesn't
you.
need to come back.
I
That
want to
game
shake
doesn't
your
need to come
hand.
back.
I want to shake your hand.
Shinru with the dollar says, you think Nintendo should have HD ports of F-Zero GX and Star Fox Assault since they were able to get Mario Sunshine on Switch? I don't see why they couldn't do it. Maybe add online support for them. That makes it more expensive. Can you play Mute City from F-Zero GX? I mean, they could, but if you add online, obviously, you'd have to rebuild those games. Obviously, Mario is just more popular. It's not that they can't do it. It's about sales, Shinru. If F-Zero GX and Star Fox Assault sold like Mario, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So once again, you've got people that are comparing games that sell nowhere near, not to hate on you, Shinru, but you're comparing games that don't sell to Mario. I don't understand why people could constantly, well, if they did this, why don't they do this? It's Mario. Mario sells. You got to realize that. Stop comparing Mario to franchises that struggle to crack 1 million units in sales. They brought back Mario Sunshine because Mario Sunshine sold well. You know, it's Mario. Mario sells. So it's not about could they? Of course they could. It's about would it be profitable for them? And then on top of that, you're saying, hey, we'll add it online. Okay, now you have to actually add, that's added development costs. You've got to bug test that. You've got to make the online modes. You got to actually do everything with that. So now that's even more. It costs even more. Unless it's like a Nintendo Switch Online, NSO, you could do maybe something like that, you know? But I'm guessing you'd want it as a separate game, not part of the NSO, right? So comparing Mario to these other games is not something that anybody should do. Mario is Mario, you know? Thank you for the $1 though, Shinra. I appreciate that. Let me play Mute City for you, okay? Mute City theme from okay, from GX. Let's see here. Understood. I like F-Zero GX, but I prefer Mario Kart Double Dash instead. Well, that's why we still get Mario Kart games for the most part. They'll do what sells, guys. At the end of the day, like whatever sells good, whatever sells really good, you'll get more of. There might be some exceptions here and there, but for the most part, game does well, it's gonna get sequels. If a game doesn't sell extremely well, don't expect anything from it. If it happens, cool, but don't expect more games if a game doesn't do well. Like for example, like Nier. Nier's done well, but it didn't do well till Platinum Games got a hold of it. But don't expect a bazillion Nier games because, you know, Final Fantasy does way better than Nier. So yeah, you're gonna see more Final Fantasy than you're gonna see Nier, you know, because Final Fantasy sells more. So that's pretty much, you know, what it comes down to. Why are we getting the Last of Us remake? Well, because Last of Us sells, you know. Why are we getting more Spider-Man? Why do we get Miles Morales? Well, because Spider-Man sells. Why are there going to be another Spider-Man game? Well, that's because it sells. Why do we not have Jak and Daxter or Sly Cooper, but we have Ratchet and Clank? Well, Ratchet and Clank sells better than both of them. I mean, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not really rocket science when you look at it most of the time. You get franchises, the franchises that sell more get more games. The ones that don't, you might see it, you might not. We don't know. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's on the fans. I mean, it's on the fans to definitely make it seem as if there's demand. Like, say, hey, you know, I want it, like I said, but just there's no need to go extra with like the demands and like extra like with the excuses and like the well, Mario, like there's no need to do that. Like that's just idiotic. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying that people that were doing that on Twitter, the guy that was like, you know, well, Mario, that guy. There's no reason to go in that route. That's what I don't like. Fans want to ask for something cool, but going in that route, oh no. Because I asked for stuff, I'm like, yeah, man, it'd be dope to see Chrono Cross come back. It'd be dope. Like, but I'm not. Notice how I really want Chrono Cross. Have you seen me say, oh, well, Square Enix, they're like, no. Square Enix, Chrono Cross sold so under Square Enix's expectations, you can still buy new copies from Square Enix to this day. They expected so much more from Chrono Cross. Square Enix still got a warehouse full of Chrono Cross discs to this day. You can buy brand new copies of Chrono Cross. Bro, think about that for a second. A game that's 20 years old plus, Square Enix has hella copies sitting in their warehouse of Chrono Cross. Y'all want to know why we haven't seen a new Chrono game? They still waiting to sell all the copies of Chrono Cross they printed. Really? How do I know that? I bought a freaking... Where's my damn new copy? I'll show you. Look. just bought this new copy of Chrono Cross last year. My copy was all banged up, scratched, my original copy. So I bought, it's sealed. It's a brand new copy of Chrono Cross. I bought that last year. It's a brand new copy. Look. It's sealed. I bought it for $9. Greg Cadwell with the $4.99 and says they could use Captain Falcon and say he's from Smash. Heck, they did it with Xenoblade. Plus, they didn't have online advertising back then. And you use Captain Falcon, he's from Smash. Captain Falcon's been in Smash Brothers since the N64. What are you talking about? And they've had online advertising since the early 2000s. Nintendo's done online advertising. What are you talking about? They advertised F-Zero GX online. Through websites. They would advertise through IGN and through different websites. There'd be online advertising. You know? The little things that pop up and say, buy F-Zero now, or blah, 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 or whatever the case is. No, they've had that. And Captain Falcon's been in Smash Brothers since forever. We already know. Fans could have been... let's see here. $9? Yeah, $9. Can you explain Perfect Dark getting a new game? I'm not complaining about it because it's been a while. So they're trying to reboot it. It's the same as anything that gets a reboot after a long time. They're gonna give it a shot, and hopefully it does well. Same thing as like Kid Icarus when that got a reboot. It's like we're gonna give it a shot. If it does well, cool. If it doesn't, well, I mean, we missed. Love a new Mario and Luigi game. That'd be dope. Hey, those CDs aren't real PS1 CDs though. It's normal silver CDs. Doesn't matter. It's still the original greatest hit copies that they pushed out back in the day. What do you mean they're not real copies? What are you talking about? It's the same greatest hits that they were selling back when it was a greatest hit. Same thing. Some dude says, bro, I was planning on buying next week. They have it on their site for $15. Not the classic black disc, but the I don't care, it still plays. Hell, cop the anthology and FF Chronicles. It's not like they're making a bunch of, hey, let's print a bunch of new copies, different type of discs of Chrono Cross for people. Like, what? What did they do that for? They made a bunch of them after the game negative flopped, and they're just sitting there. It's not like they're producing them right now. Like, oh, let's get our Chrono Cross business up and going. But it is. They have issues running on PS2. Then run it on the. It's not a PS2 game. Xenosaga, the original disc, has issues running on my PS3. So you can play this Chrono Cross on PS3. Play it on PS3. It's gonna have issues. That's how it is when you're doing weirdo backwards compatibility. An original disc doesn't mean it's not gonna have it. There are other games that have problems running backwards compat on PS3. Xenosaga is one of them from the PS2. It actually just doesn't run on a PS3 fat. And it's the original. I have the original disc of Xenosaga, and it just doesn't run. On mine, at least. What's up, Sentinel? Xenosaga Collection's not happening on Switch. Bro, okay, it's not happening. Shadow Heart series should be nice. But yeah, revival of Xenosaga, man, that would be super dope. But Bandai Namco, they're not gonna do it, man. Bandai Namco, they don't have any confidence in Xenosaga. They already said that. They already said they don't have any confidence in it, but it would be great for an RPG revival, man. I think that would be good. Obviously, you know, all the RPGs that we're gonna mention, the problem with this topic, guys, now that I look at it, the problem is that everything that we mentioned is gonna be like, man, that ain't coming back. It's gonna be depressing because the industry has moved away from RPGs. The industry does not like RPGs like they used to like RPGs. You know, everyone wants the Call of Duty. Everyone wants the simple type of stuff. People don't want RPGs like this anymore, or they want like action RPGs like Final Fantasy or something like that, you know, like the newer Final Fantasy games. So that's the rough thing about this. You know, we still have some stuff every now and then. We have a Fire Emblem that does well, you know, but man, it's just rough. Everything's going good, man. Sentinel Diamond, everything's going good. We're just talking about F-Zero fans. We're talking about just stuff, having fun. Square Enix did reprint PS1 games. They had a new Final Fantasy PS1 also. Capcom reprinted a GameCube game in 2012. That's still a long time ago. And I guarantee you that this print of this wasn't anytime soon for that Chrono Cross that I bought. Guarantee you it wasn't anytime soon. And even 2012, that's still nearly a decade ago. I can guarantee you Square Enix is not reprinting Chrono Cross this anytime recently. Guarantee you. Guarantee you they're not. But hey, if you guys think that they're making Chrono Cross like last year printing this, all right, go ahead and think that. Feel free. Let's see here. Bro, Xenosaga even has problems running on the PS2. Playing it at high resolution breaks the game. Wish the solid remaster would come out. At the age of JRPGs is dying, unfortunately. Yeah. I usually stream at nighttime. Then weekends I stream during the day. Right around this time. Just make sure you follow. Just follow Sentinel Diamond. Follow and then hit the notifications so you make sure you know when I go live. Have your notifications set. So I'm in California though, so all the times are like PT. So just remember that California during the day, California time. You know, so like 1 o'clock on the weekends, 2 o'clock on the weekends, and then like weekdays it's like 5 p.m. California time or like West Coast time. I need a new stream schedule on my screen. I need a new stream schedule. Thanks for the follow too, Sentinel. Appreciate that, man. Xenogear is probably not coming back either. Yeah, that's the depressing thing. I forgot about that, man. This is depressing. This is depressing now. But we can still talk about it, though. It's kind of depressing, though. I shouldn't have. This is a bad topic. This is a bad topic, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like this shirt that I'm wearing either. I'm going to go change before the spawncast. Or this tank that I'm wearing. I think I'm just gonna use this as a workout tank. I don't like it. I actually don't like it at all. Got a little something on me. I actually don't like this tank at all. When I bought it, I thought it looked like it was gonna be like more vibrant. I don't know. I don't like the color of this tank, and I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I don't know how to say the name, but yo, here's Johnny. I think it's here's Johnny, something like that. Thank you for the follow. At least Xenoblade is doing well enough. Yeah, at least we got Xenoblade. We are getting Triangle Tactic though. Yes, we are getting Triangle Tactics. Yes. 15. I got it from Square Enix. They had a sale. That's the reason why it was a little bit cheaper than what you saw, Shinru. That's true. And we got Bravely Default, so we're still getting some stuff. But notice how none of those games sell like crazy numbers. Chrono Trigger Remake, man. I just don't think Square Enix will spend the money, especially after. I don't want to say after Final Fantasy VII Remake, but Trials of Mana did okay, but nothing does crazy. Like, RPGs aren't putting out crazy numbers no more. Like, RPGs used to do better numbers back in the day. Like, we used to get better sales numbers for RPGs, like, back in the day than we get now. Like, right now, like, the numbers aren't amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some games are struggling to even beat Chrono Trigger, you know, on the Super Nintendo, or to beat some of these other games that we've gotten. That's what I'm a little bit upset about. It's like things just aren't going as well, you know? How often do games make a profit? A lot of games make a profit, but I mean, I don't know. That's a weird question to press. Excuse me. That's like a weird. I mean, lot games make profit all the time. It's very common for a game to make profit. I just do not want to commit to a JRPG now. Well, nobody's asking you right now to do it. I mean, like right this second. How much did Dragon Quest XI sell on Switch? So we don't know the exact sales on Switch, but it sold very well. Overall, the series sold very well. Dragon Quest XI, I think Square Enix said that it sold like 7 million copies, 6 to 7 million copies. So Dragon Quest XI did really good across all the platforms, though. We're talking 3DS, PS4, Switch, Xbox. Well, no, there's not really any Xbox sales. PlayStation 4, you know, across everything, it did pretty well. So yeah, there is that. But notice how we always get Dragon Quest games, because those ones actually sell pretty good. But those are huge in Japan, though. Like, Dragon Quest is massive in Japan. So it's not about profit. It's about showing investors that you can grow up financially. Yeah, which leads to profit. It's about both. It depends. some series have more potential. Like a lot of people like to look at overall sales, right? And then some games will sell. Like, let's say a game sells 1 million copies in 6 months, compared to a game that sells 1 million copies in a year. Well, they might sell around the same, but the game that sells 1 million copies in 6 months is a higher priority and shows more potential to investors to everything than a game that sells 1 million copies in 1 year. So they also look at stuff like that. That's also a factor, too. Like somebody on Twitter, thank you for the 10, Sebastian. I'll get your comment in just a bit. But somebody on Twitter was like, oh, well, Animal Crossing didn't sell much more than F-Zero GX. So that still got more games. And see, this is the stupidity that I'm kind of talking about when you talk about people don't understand. It's like Animal Crossing is a new IP that sold over 2 million against a tried and true franchise that hit about 1.5. Yeah, they're gonna go forward with Animal Crossing. If you want a direct comparison of the two, yes, Animal Crossing shows the more potential. Investors are gonna be more happy about that. It's new, it's exciting, and it's not depreciating in value. It has potential to go up. F-Zero is depreciating. They're making better and better games, and people are buying it less and less. That's not good. Investors, Nintendo, they don't want to see that. So like people even do stupid stuff like that, like compare Animal Crossing. It's like Animal Crossing sold 2 million out the gate for a new IP on the GameCube. That's potential. Yeah, we're gonna see more of that. F-Zero been around since the Super Nintendo and going down in sales. The Super Nintendo game beat out all the other games. That's not good when you're going down. You want to go up or at least stay neutral, Sebastian with the $10 and says, is there Astral Chain sequel? Which I believe there will be. Okay, if there is. What type of legions do you want? They would add a spear or nunchuck type would be. Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, spear and nunchuck. Yes. Play counterattack. Yeah, that's good, man. That's a nunchuck legion would be super hype. Nunchuck legion, like something even like fast, like something fast, like dual twin blade, like Tonfa's twin blade, something like that, because it doesn't really have anything like that. It has like it has the dual sword legion, has the dual sword legion, but something quicker, something like like a nunchaku or like a spear. That'd be pretty cool. Something like you can like throw the spear at people. That'd be kind of freaking hype. Yeah, I'd be down for that. All right. Let's see here. Counterattack. Thank you for the 10, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys' support, dude. Seriously. Shout outs to all you guys. Real quick shill opportunity. Make sure you guys become an Elite Ninja. We're at 370 for the stream. We got Monster Hunter gameplay sessions that's going to be going down either tomorrow or the day after. If you want to get in on the action, make sure you become an Elite Ninja, get your emotes, and get into our Discord as well. We're trying to get to 400 Elite Ninja. It's as low as $1, gets you in to play against me and play against the Elite Ninja community. And Elite Ninja up. And let's get more people in. We got a tournament for Super Smash Bros. Prize tournament next month. We got a big $1,300 tournament for Smash Bros. At the end of the year. And we will have other tournaments as well. It gets you into all of that for the Zala a month. It's just $1. So shout outs. For those who are being elite and are going elite. Shout outs to my man A2 Jr. starting out as I shill. A2 Jr. with the Jonin tier upgrade. So he upgraded from the dollar to the Jonin tier. Thank you so much, A2. You didn't have to do that, man. You were already an Elite Ninja. So I appreciate the love. But if you guys want to follow in A2 Jr.'s footsteps, get in that dollar tier and get in on our Monster Hunter and other gameplay sessions. We are going to start planning out now that we're getting back to normal. We had a lot of events this week, so it kind of threw off the schedule. But we will be going back to Splatoon. We will be going back to Mario Kart. We will have Monster Hunter. All that stuff will be happening next week, guys. So we're going to have a big gameplay nights for all of these games. So make sure you guys Elite Ninja up and get in on the action. Have fun. Trust me, it's really cool. All right. Elvin Rodriguez Torres with the $5 says, hey, OJ, what do you think of the odds of a new Advance Wars project? It can happen, but they're low. I think they'd have to try to figure something out for the violence against humans in that game. You're literally blowing humans up with like tanks and stuff like that. So how does Nintendo balance that with HD visuals and graphics? I mean, it was cute on the GBA, right? Because it's like small on the DS, whatever the case is. It was kind of cute. No problem. They just go flying off. But how do you do that like with the HD system? You know, like with guns and all that, like actual machine guns and tanks and airplanes and stuff like that. That might be tougher to do. Might be tougher to pull off. So I don't know if Advanced Wars is gonna come back anytime soon. But you never know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't miss the Vortex. I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody does. Yes, you need to get back to Astral Chain. You need to beat that game, man. It's so good. It's so good. Xenoblade 2 is technically Xenogears. Not really. Same people, but not really. Thank you for the 5, though. Can you talk a little bit about the MS and Nintendo speculation? Do you think Nintendo? Do you think it would benefit Nintendo? I guess I can make. I was thinking about making a video about that. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it would. I mean, I'm not really sure. I know that Microsoft wants Game Pass on Switch, but it's just a matter of if Nintendo's going to allow it. If anything, to be like select games, it'd be like this select game is going to be on there or whatever. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it could. It just depends, right? Do you think F-Zero by Platinum Games would be pretty cool? Probably. They could probably make an F-Zero game, yeah. Advance Wars had spin-offs on the GameCube. You're talking about like that, what's it called? What are those games called on the GameCube? I forgot what they're called. What are those games called on the GameCube? Battalion Wars? Is that what it's called? Or Battalion Wars or Battalion Wars? Is that what you're talking about? Those games? Yeah, those games look corny too. I mean, they're cool, but they look corny. They kind of look corny, bro. Those games they look corny. I don't think people were like hyped for those. Like people didn't really buy those. Those games didn't really like sell like crazy. Like people didn't buy it like that. But yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence. PlayerEssence by itself. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your lovely questions. Lovely questions. Shout outs to all of you guys, man. I appreciate. Shout outs to all the new followers on Twitter. We've been getting new followers. All I had to do was add my name to my videos, and hella people have been following me on Twitter now. So I wish I would have been doing that earlier. Oh man, actually got new Twitter followers now. Let's go. All right. I still hate Twitter though. Let's see here. Why are you so awesome? I'm only awesome because you guys are awesome. They have to go cartoony with Advance Wars in the case. Don't think it would sell. Would sell if they went that route. Dude, I don't even know what they'll do with Advance Wars. Trevor says, so shocked Konami getting a decent game made. Getsu Fumaden is a shock. I'm not too shocked about Getsu Fumaden. Kinda a little bit, but not too much. Because they did do Contra. That game wasn't very good, but they did try to make a Contra game, you know? Like a new Contra game. So it doesn't surprise me too much that they're trying some little things here and they're like smaller budget games, like with their IPs. So yeah. Advance Wars was another where intelligence systems ran out of ideas for it. They focused on Fire Emblem because they could tell a story, units being actual individuals. Yeah. Maybe they can do that. Maybe they'd have to probably do something like that for Advance Wars, you know, or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Fire Emblem definitely had more potential. It always had more potential, you know, and it always sold better too for the most part. Although I think the Advance Wars on the GBA did pretty well. Do you comb your beard? I think you meant comb my beard. Go watch my health video. Lightning Ninja. Let's see here. I missed the Vortex. Damage controlling fanboy, you missed the Vortex? Do you really miss the Vortex? Advance Wars, but go back in time? What are we talking about? Go back in time to where? Safe to say, glad the Fire Emblem managed to sell well since Awakening. Otherwise, FE could have ended up same fate as F-Zero. Yeah, it was gonna look that way. It was looking that way that Fire Emblem was gonna be dead, And I don't even know what Intelligent Systems would have done after that. Nintendo doesn't own them. They could have just been like, all right, y'all off of Fire Emblem, we'll get somebody else to do it, or Fire Emblem's just going to be a dead franchise, or just a franchise that doesn't come back. I think it would have just been that. Just, we don't really get more Fire Emblem games, you know? But thankfully, the Fire Emblem fans showed up. Thankfully, they were able to get new people in. You know, they showed people that Fire Emblem is here to stay. You know, so that's the good thing about Fire Emblem. That's the good thing that happened, you know? But, you know, a lot of people have brought up to me, you know, like, hey, you know, like a lot of these games that were dead or whatever the case is, I really do dislike this tank. A lot of the games that were dead can come back, like, you know, like, and have that switch effect. And yeah, that's definitely possible. You know, that's possible for sure. That some of these games get like a switch effect to them. We're just gonna have to wait and see, though. You know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. We got people that are watching my stream, then talking to me about Astral Chain. Astral Chain, to someone like myself who's been playing games since the NES, all I see is a mindless hack and slash. So I never picked it up. It seems a lot of companies want to call something RPG because it'll give us this another look. I'm not promising, but I'm not promising anything. Yeah, this is it's a mindless hack and slash. A Platinum Games title is a mindless hack and slash. Astral Chain is not a mindless hack and slash. People are stupid, but that's okay. People say stupid things. Not that people are stupid. People say stupid things. That's a stupid thing. That's something stupid to say. It's Platinum Games. Platinum Games doesn't make mindless hack and slashes. But hey, you know, playing games since the NES. A system that had literally mindless button mashes where you just just mash, play, kick. Like, that's the system. So compared to Astral Chain that has legitimately intricate systems built for each legion, different combos that you can do, different timing and button presses of those. People like this, man, this is the reason why games like Astral Chain don't sell, because they refuse to even research anything. It seems like Nintendo literally did overview trailers, talk about all the depth and stuff in the game. There's reviews out there that say that the game is in depth, that the game is, you got to really pick and plan when you want to fight, stuff like and what you want to do. I mean, this is the reason why people just are brainless. They don't want to try anything new. They don't want to look. Like I said, not brainless on certain topics, not brainless the person, but like, it's just, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, then don't complain about new IPs. Then don't ever ask for the new IP. If you're not willing to give something a chance because you look at it and you say it looks like a mindless hack and slash without even researching it, then don't ever complain about ever getting a new IP. Just play Mario, play Zelda, play the same games over and over and over and over again. Since you can just look at something and say it's mindless, even though it's Platinum Games, you know. It's moronic behavior from fans. Moronic behavior from fans. This is what we deserve. We deserve absolutely nothing at this point. See what I'm saying, guys? Like, this opinion is spread out through most of the Nintendo fans. It must be, because Astral Chain ain't selling crazy amounts like Animal Crossing, and like this opinion that he has is what a lot of Nintendo fans think, because they're too lazy and because they don't want to try anything new. But then they'll complain, give me new IPs, give me something new, give me something new. The same people will complain. I'm telling you. I've seen it before. Says if fans are so desperate for a new entry, why don't they show up for it? Don't want your favorite series to live? I don't know, man. There's a lot of fraudism going out there. If FE Awakening flopped at the time, maybe Intelligent Systems might have ultimately ended up like Alpha Dream. They could have. Or they might have tried something else. Nintendo might have given them some leeway to try something else. We don't know. I sorely miss being a little kid. Have you ever instance virtually everything is simple being around a young adult, however you're exposed to pointless nonsense? Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm with you on that one. Shinru donated a $10 body in the chat. Shinru, my boy. My man Shinru. Says, so people want to play tactical RPG and anime dudes and waifus, but as furries who shoot lasers while flying ships in space. Y'all tripping, bro. Give me Star Fox. Can you play Break Through the Ice Field from Star Fox Assault? All right, I got you. Break Through the Ice Fields. All right, shout outs, man. Shout outs to Shinry. Thank you for the multiple donations, man. I appreciate you today, bro. I really do appreciate you. Some Nintendo fans only play like 3 different franchises and complain when it's not what they like. I'm telling you, lazy gamer girl, that is the facts. That comment is widespread. that comment that he said, I just saw it looks like a mindless hack and slash. You know, I don't want to research the game. I don't want to look at it more. I don't want to watch the overview trailer that literally tells you all the different stuff that you can do. I don't want to, like, even though it shows you different legions, it shows you different stuff that you can do. It shows you combos. I don't want to pay attention. You know, like, it's frustrating. I got to make a video. I got to make a rant. I got to do like another rant on this. It's very frustrating. The sales of Astral Chain. Like, I'm happy that it sold over 1 million. And like people didn't even give it that. Heck, I bet my friend Aiden Quinn on here that because he didn't think it'd even sell 1 million because he didn't have any faith in the Nintendo fans out there. So I mean, I knew that it would sell over 1 million. I knew that, but it's very frustrating that it can't break past the 2 million, 3 million because people aren't willing to give it a chance. We've had most people in here say, "Well, I don't think it looks good. I don't want to play." Okay, that's fine, but then don't complain when you don't get new IPs. Like when you don't get hella new IPs and when you don't get them investing into new stuff, big budget type of games, don't get upset. Just be like, oh well, I don't get what I just that's all I'm trying to say is like when you don't get new IPs in the future and when you see a lot of repeat IPs, don't get upset. You're not buying not discriminating, but you're not giving stuff a chance. You're not giving amazing games a chance because you think it's a button masher. Not because it is, because you think it is. Not because you watched the review, is because the game's 2 years old and this person's saying this. He didn't care to even look. That's frustrating. That's extremely frustrating. As someone who wants to see new IPs, as someone who wants to see new action games and new stuff, as someone who sees people complain all the time, to see this type of stuff from Nintendo fans, it's disheartening, man. But whatever. Whatever. Oh, well, they never played a PG game if they think that it's a mindless hack and slash. I know, seriously. I would say most players have their comfort zone and are not willing to expand or leave it. Exactly. That's the reason why Nintendo ignores all these people saying this stuff. I think that's the reason why partly they ignore it because people have their comfort zones of what they want to play. Vanessa, you're absolutely right. And anytime that they see something outside of that, it's like, oh, well, that's not Mario. I'm not jumping on somebody's head. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, planting trees in Animal Crossing. Oh, I'm not, I don't know, capturing Pokemon. Oh, that game doesn't need to sell 20. Oh, Astral Chain can't sell 20 million. It can't sell 10 million. You know, can't. It's not that my type of game. You know what it is? You know what it does. Like, are you aware of how good the game is? No, I don't care. What about the review? Oh no, doesn't matter. All right, man. Don't complain when we don't get new IPs.
I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand.
J2 Blue with the $5 says this is the reason why Nintendo doesn't make new IPs. Nintendo fans don't know what they want. The thing about it is that they do make new IPs. Nintendo does make new IPs. People don't buy them. Nintendo does make over the past 20 years. Nintendo's made a bunch of new IPs. Like let's go back to the GameCube. Let's go back to 2001. Since then, they've made Pikmin. They made Chibi Robo. They've made Splatoon. They've made all the Wii stuff that's out there. They've made stuff like Dylan's Going Western. They've made Codename Steam. They've made Glory of Hercules. They've made that game, which is a game that flopped. Nobody cared about. They've made a bunch of new IPs. They've made ARMS. They've made all sorts of stuff. They've made Pushmo. They've made Sushi Striker. I mean, the list goes on and on. They've made Ring Fit. I mean, they've made a bunch of new IPs. Just whether people care about them or not is a whole nother question. Out of all the games that they've made over the past 20 years or so, we've had a few breakout hits outside of like the Mii games or like the expanded audience games. Those have been pretty good for new IPs. But outside of those, there's been a few. There's been like Ring Fit, which is kind of like a borderline expanded audience game. They've had that was a hit. They've had Splatoon, that was a hit. But there really isn't, too much outside of that. Eternal Darkness, Geist. Yeah, they've made a ton of new IPs in the past 20 years. So since the GameCube, it's 2021. The GameCube came out in 2001, right? So we're going in the past 20 years since the GameCube. Nintendo's made a grip. Astral Chain. The list goes on and on, Obviously, 1-2 Switch isn't very good, but 1-2 Switch, there's a lot of new games. Snipper Clips. I mean, some of them are big games. Some of them are small games. Some of them are intermediate games. I mean, they've made all sorts of stuff. So yeah. Red Steel, that was a Ubisoft game. Ever Oasis, yeah. Ever Oasis, that game flopped. Uh, yeah, they made it. I mean, if you go to the 3DS, they definitely made it. They made some other 3DS games that I'm probably missing too, like new IPs or something like that. But yeah. Thank you for the $5 though, J2. And $10. Yeah, expanded audience game. Ever Oasis. Bad timing, of course. Bad timing. What's the excuse? What's the new excuse now? Bad timing. That's okay. I give excuses for games too.
Hey you. I want to shake
Dre
your hand.
with
I want
the
to shake your hand.
no Dre. Remember, I told Dre. I already told you we've got a plan for extended. Just give me a little bit of time, okay? I will play Golden Sun for you, but not the extended. You've got to trust me. Just got to. Can you trust me, Dre? Trust me. I'm not joking when I say I've got a plan for it. I'm already thinking about it, okay? I'm already thinking about it, Dre. I'm already thinking about it. Trust me. Oh, it's only 6 minutes long, the extended? Oh, okay. Okay, well then we can do that. No, it's not 6 minutes long. It's... Oh, it is 6 minutes long. Alright, I got you on this one, Dre. You're trolling me. Over 1 million. Classic, Krusty. Fossil Fighters. Yeah, that was another new Nintendo IP, right? Yeah, that was another new Nintendo IP. You know, Nintendo made Golden Sun, obviously. They made Gold. That was a new IP back when that came out on the GBA, you know. There's a lot of new IPs. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's what I meant. So that's what you meant? Okay, because you said this is the reason why Nintendo doesn't make new IPs. Nintendo fans don't know what they want. But they still make new IPs even though Nintendo fans don't know what they want. It's just they're not going to sit there and make 5 billion like people want them. And I think that the people that talk about new IP, I think those are just, like I said, it's like vocal minority. I think it's like F-Zero fans. It's like vocal minority. I don't think it's like, because when they make the new IPs, people aren't, they'll find any way to pick them apart, say that they're not good, blah, 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 you know, whatever the case is. They'll do whatever it is to say that they don't need to buy the game, say that the game sucks, it's bad, ARMS, bad game, it's trash, blah, 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 Astral Chain, hack and slash, mindless, oh, I don't want to buy it right now, and I'm not looking for this type of, it's like, okay, so, you know, they'll make up any reason to not buy a new IP, but you should say exactly what you want. I want a new IP, I want a new platformer IP, just say that. Stop just saying new IP, because when you say when I want a new IP, that means it's just a new IP. It can be anything. Okay, so then go buy it. Oh, I don't want to buy that one. It's like, but you just said that you wanted a new IP. Oh, well, not that one, but that's what you asked for. You asked for a new IP, a new hardcore IP. You got it, and now it's, oh, well, not that one. It's like, I'm done. I don't care about what these people got to say. I'm not gonna name any names either. So they made Dylan and Armadillo game or whatever. Yeah, Dylan's Rolling Western, which had a little bit of success as a smaller title, you know. As a smaller title, had a little bit of success. Xenoblade Chronicles, yeah. Pandora's Tower, Last Story, yeah. Those are all new IPs that they got other companies to make for them. Published, although they don't own the publishing rights here in the US for the Last Story. I think Xseed does. Yeah, Custom Robo did flop on the GameCube. Disaster Day of Crisis. Well, that was like a planned flop though, because they didn't even localize that game here in the US. That was like, hey, this game is gonna flop no matter what, so we're just not gonna bring it over. So that's I can't blame the game or the fans for that when we don't even have the option to buy it here in the US. Now, people could have bought it in Europe, but it didn't sell that well in Europe either. And people could have bought the game in Japan. People didn't buy the game in Japan either. So
I want to shake your hand. I want to shake your hand.
Shinru with the $5 says, do people just want the repeat of the 6th generation consoles? Lots of new IPs came back then. That's what I'm getting from the conversations. Play something from the E series. I'm not really sure. I think there's so many people, there's so many gamers. People just want a variety of different things. So when you say bring this back or bring that back, it doesn't mean everybody. It just means some people or some things, and that doesn't guarantee that all this stuff's gonna do well. So you see all these people talking about one thing or another thing, like F-Zero or like this and that, but that doesn't guarantee that those games are going to do extremely well. It's just you're going to see a vocal minority of people, be really loud about what they want, So for example, like that post today with that guy about New Super Mario Bros. Had over, let me check to see how many, that post had over how many likes. Let me double check. The guy blocked me. I got blocked for that? Oh no, he protected it. He protected his tweets. Never mind. He protected his tweets. Because of how much what people were saying to him. Anyway, I don't know how much I don't know what the whatever was, but anyway. I don't care if people block me. People can block me all day. I don't think people are cowards for blocking me. Eric P with the Toby Buster. Let's go. Yo, shout outs to Eric P. Thank you for the Toby Blaster. Appreciate that, man. He says if something FF tactics, please hype everyone. I said hype. Hope everyone is having a great day. Eric P with the $15 Toby Mick Blaster. Mick Blaster. Hey guys, I might not be on the Spawncast, but guess who's on the Spawncast as a guest? Guess who's on the Spawncast as a guest? As a guest. Thank you for the support though. Thank you for the 15, Mr. Eric P. What's up? I'm a Nintendo that knows hold up. I am a Nintendo, I think I meant fan, that knows exactly what I want, which is Super Mario, Zelda's, Metroids, and Star Fox. I did give both Splatoons a chance and did enjoy them. Okay. The age of the internet has ruined a lot of stuff, to be honest. It isn't. Scott the Waz, no. This is a person that's never been on the Spawncast before. He's never been on the Spawncast before. Jordan Fringe is always on the Spawncast. This is somebody that's never been on the Spawncast before. Joey Ferris, that Game Explain dude, nah, he's been on the Spawncast before. Sakura Wars recently made a comeback too. Man, Sega didn't market that game well. It was only on PS4. Yeah, they didn't really market it well, but I think it's doing okay. Must be GPP. Who the hell is GPP? Will Doc Trey be on? Not a bad guess, but no, he won't be. Master Dragon, thank you for the host. Party Man got it. Yeah, Party Man got it. Reggie, I wish. What's up, Beast Pirate? Has Beat 'em Up's been on the Spawncast? Yeah, Beat 'em Up's been on the Spawncast multiple times. Yeah. How the heck did Destiny FOMO come to mind? Because you were probably thinking about her. And that's your business. You know what I'm saying? That's your business. You can think about whatever you want. Nah, it wasn't Arlo. RGT replacement. Any kids move back? I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe. Let's see here. Maybe. Keep the questions coming though, guys. If you guys have more questions or comments, feel free to tag me in the chat, and I'll be more than happy. Let's see here. Nah, I ain't thinking about her. It was just a phrase. Equalizer. Equalizer. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, bro. You seem cool. You can take me teasing you a little bit, right, man? You can take me teasing you a little bit, Equalizer. You seem like a cool dude. You've been here the whole stream. Don't get upset if I go off on or tease you guys a little bit. It's just a little brotherly love. It's not anything. I don't mean any harm by it. Trust me. Trust me. It's a little bit of fun. That would be funny to see Puppet on the Spawncast. It would be pretty. I think Arlo, one of these days, Arlo's gonna get on for sure. One of these days. You missed my legit question again. Off of your game these days. Well, there's 200 something people in here, and comments are coming fast, and got people donating, and notifications popping up. So, what was your question again? Game Pass period. I read the other question about Kids Move, but what was your question? Jay Biggs says a game like Astral Chain is not my cup of tea, but I do hope the fans types of games go out and buy them. The variety is good. For the record, I'm a fan of mindless hack and slashes. It's not your cup of tea. Why wouldn't it be your cup of tea? If you like action games, I mean, you could put the game on easy and it could become a mindless hack and slash, you know. But you should give it a try. If you like action games, there's no reason why you shouldn't try it out. But then again, don't complain for new IPs then. You know what I'm saying, Jay Biggs? Like, if you don't want to play it or you don't want to give it a shot, that's fine. But don't start complaining for new IPs if you don't see them. That's all I'm trying to say. The Jim Ryan, I'd say Jim Ryan, but everyone would blast him for delisting the PS3, PSP, PS Vita storefronts. I doubt Sony would even allow him to go on a podcast like that. Zoids localized? Yeah, that'd be nice. These small fandoms need to actually get their friends into it instead of just yelling. Yeah, I mean, I think it also comes down to, like, you know, content too. Like, you know, content creators definitely need to, like, you know, I tried with the Astral Chain, but I didn't see enough, you know. I didn't see enough of it. So, it's your birthday. Happy. My birthday was on Tuesday, but it's my birthday weekend. It's my birthday weekend. But thank you, Carlos. Do you think Zoomers will like RPGs when they're in their 20s? Zoomers will like RPGs when they're in their 20s? I mean, I can't speak for all Zoomers. But, I mean, sure. But there are Zoomers that are in their 20s right now that like RPGs. So do you mean like younger Zoomers? Or what do you mean? Do you mean like the next? I think you mean the next. I think you mean like, what's the Gen Alpha or whatever? I think you mean the Gen after? Or like, who are you talking about, like the youngest of youngest Zoomers? I wish the Spawncast would get Hogue Law on. Yeah, he's probably just busy on the weekends. Since he's a lawyer, so he probably takes his weekends like he wants to just relax, you know? I'm not really sure. Bought Smash because of your channel. Now you got me ordering Astral Chain. LOL, I'm an RPG guy myself. Definitely, you guys should all pick up Astral Chain, man. It's phenomenal. Let's see here. The Equalizer, he's the guy who used to simp over Destiny and misclick. Is that true, Equalizer? Did you used to simp over? What do you mean? And first of all, the damage controlling family. What do you mean by simp over them? What would be the? What's your definition of simping over? I bought both Bayonetta on the Wii U. Didn't like them much. I'm not one to complain. Nintendo making new IPs. I just mostly like the classics. Okay. Well, then if you didn't like, I mean, Astral Chain plays different from Bayonetta. But if you don't like that style of game, I don't know if that's like too difficult or you don't like the style of game, then yeah, then don't need to play Astral Chain. Just like I said, don't complain if you don't get new IPs. That's all. Equalizer, remember when washing machines used to be workhorses back then? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm referring to Shadowbreaker. Yeah, Shadowbreaker is kind of crazy. Nope, not at all. Okay. Does my daughter like RPGs? She likes Roblox. That's kind of like an RPG, but not really. Yeah, she likes Roblox. She's a Roblox girl. Oh, no Bravely Default music. I need to play some... I'm missing other people's tracks. I still need to play some other tracks. Let's see here. Golden Sub, Ease, Sunshine, Coastline. There we go. Which games are good TV games and which games are good portable games? I mean, most of them are fine on both. I don't think there's anyone that's like, oh, it's better TV compared. Like, there's not like, there's some, but I would say anything that's an RPG is good for both because you can play it portable. So RPGs are really good for portable play, just like relaxing and playing, like turn-based RPGs. Dragon Quest is good for portable play, stuff like that. I think games like Astral Chain would be more better for like TV. You know, any action games, precise, like fighting games, precise button inputs. You know, like Smash Brothers, I kind of like playing that docked more than portable. You know, so stuff like that. Octo says, "What's up? Are you getting an office chair? I need a new office chair. Yeah, I wanted to invest into one of those. Forgot those ones that something Miller or whatever. Forgot what it was, but yeah, I need a new office chair. I'm just lazy. I just need to go buy it. I think indie games too. Indie games are always really good for portable play. Like games like Hollow Knight, you know, games like SteamWorld Dig 2, all indie games are great for portable play. Most indie games, the easy, pick up and play, Stardew Valley, stuff like that. Whereas like the in-depth games that need a little bit more like precision, or like a controller, those are better for TV play. So the word simp is such an overused word, man. It's pretty ridiculous. So I call a woman beautiful. Oh, you're a simp. What you got to say for yourself? Like, seriously. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think the word simp is overused. It definitely makes like, it definitely triggers misclick. Like if you go on our stream and people say that, I think the word might even be banned. So yeah, absolutely. People definitely, or a lot of people really are using that in, in not the best of ways. But yeah, I definitely think it's overused. I mean, if you're watching a girl in a hot tub on Twitch, yeah, you're a simp. And if you're actually supporting that nonsense, yeah, you're kind of a simp. But, but if you're watching a female content creator that's just playing a video game and you're supporting that, there's nothing wrong with that. But no, if you're watching a half-naked girl and, getting all crazy and hot and heavy about a girl in a tub on Twitch, you're a simp. That's just facts. And if you're supporting and going all crazy and thinking that you got a shot, thinking that you actually got a shot and that she's going to notice you because you're doing this, you're not there for the actual, oh, this person's doing some type of, you're there sexually motivated, like that's the only thing, yeah, you're a freaking simp. But a lot of girls that are actual real content creators, they have people calling the guys in there, calling them simps and stuff when they're making real legit content, and that's not fair. So yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that front, Equalizer. I've been seeing people call Nintendo fans Nintendo simps. Yeah, I got called that a couple times too myself. I'm like, I actually got called a simp myself when there was one time a couple stupid weirdos, they were like, I forgot what I said about, I defended misclick on something, and they're like, oh yeah, you're a simp. I'm like, I'm gonna get freaking copyright, freaking Revo, I'm gonna get copyright claimed. What was I about to say? FF Tactics. I got called a simp for defending misclick one time. And one of the guys was like, dude, he's married, right? They're like, well, how am I supposed to know he's married? He's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be calling people simps for simply just defending a friend or, making some sense, Maybe that's the thing. Anyway, take it easy, Chris Gamer. Thanks for coming out to the stream. People misuse the term simp. Being a gentleman is not being a simp. I know. I notice a lot of people doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I've seen some people even call. Okay, I already read that. You are her buddy. Yeah, me and Miss Click. Yeah, we're friends. We are friends. We do a podcast every single week together. We've done, we've had videos that we do on the Nintendo Minute. We've done videos, just like talking about different stuff. I've been to her live streams. I've been on her live streams. She's been on mine before. Yeah, we're friends. OJ might have been all wrong, but Bobcat from the video was just trying to shake the paw to a lady. I want to shake your hand. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I want to shake your hand. That was the Bobcat. Just wanted to shake the hand. That was it. Why would you get a copyright claim on some music and not others? It just depends on the company. Depends on the company. Bravely Default 2 music is copyrighted. Evo or Revo or his music company or whatever, they copyright claim any Bravely Default 2 music, and I think because it went on Spotify. That's the reason why. So yeah. Callum, I'm not addressing you anymore. You can just say what you want. I'm just gonna ignore what you have to say, bro. I see what you're saying, man. I get it, but I need a Cal M break. So enjoy the stream. Feel free to talk with people here in the chat, but I will not be addressing what you say. And it's my fault. You didn't derail the stream. I derailed the stream for taking what you said seriously, or actually thinking that you even knew what you're talking about. So yeah, don't worry about it, bro. Like, it's my fault. It's not your fault. If anybody's to blame, it's me, not you. So that's called taking responsibility for my own stream. I have the mic. I'm the one talking. I can control the stream, not you. So it's not your fault. It's my fault. So some people think that men can't be friends with women. It's a bad mentality, I think. Yeah. And it doesn't help that, like, well, I'm not gonna go that far, but I don't know, man. It's just like, it's just weird. It's weird because, like, if you see like a girl that's pretty, right, and she's making content, the first thing is, like, for a lot of guys is natural. It's like, oh, ooh, she's cute, like, I'm gonna try to talk. It's like natural instinct for so many guys. It's just, but that doesn't make it okay. And if somebody wants to watch somebody's content because they're cute and because they make great content, which that's what a lot of Miss Clicks hardcore fans, yeah, obviously, they think that she's good looking. Of course they think that. But does that make them a simp for watching because they actually like her content and they think she's good looking? No. That doesn't make them a simp because they're there. Maybe what first attracted them to her stream is because she's good looking. Because she's trying to. She's wearing makeup. She's getting all dressed up. She's trying to attract people for that. So there's nothing wrong with naturally being attracted to that if you're into that type, or if you're, whatever. If you're going by, oh, you see a cute girl streaming. Okay, let me check this out. But don't just stay there just because she's cute. Like, actually be engaged with the content, because that's when it turns into obsession. That's when you start getting people asking weird questions and stuff like that. Just be cool. I mean, there's lots of good looking girls. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to think that you've got a shot with any girl over the internet that you don't even know. Like, casual gamer, Kat, she's like been getting people blowing up her DMs because she's getting more popular on YouTube. Like, she's getting lots of new subscribers and people are like, blowing her up on her DMs. And she's like, dude, I don't even know you. Like, why are you blowing up my DMs? Like, I'm not going to date somebody from over the internet that I don't even know. That's super weird. She has to come out there and say something, right? Because it's just like weird. Like me, I would never like do that to any, like, notice how I've never hit on, even when I was single, bro. When I was single, I've been single, I was single for many, many, many years on here, right? I was single. Did you guys see anybody saying, yo, this man OJ blew up DMs? Even though I could have blew up some girls' DMs that are content creators, and I know for a fact some of them might have been like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you. But I didn't even do that, even when I knew I could blow up some DMs, and try. Because I'm like, I don't even want the impression out there that I'm out here trying to, get with people like that. Like, I'm trying to use my influence to get with women online like that, Like, I didn't even want to do that. Now, did girls hit me up, blow up my DM? Yeah. Some of fans, nobody here that talks normally, but people that apparently were fans of mine but didn't talk much, emailed me or tried to DM me because my DMs aren't open. So they hit me up on email like, hey, this is not really business, but this. And I'm like, I don't really know you, but if we ever meet, whatever. But I'm not even like that. I don't even want girls to be hitting me up like that when I was single. Not single anymore though. But exactly. Dating apps. That's what I did. I just use dating apps. Like, you meet girls in your area, I'm not going to go online and try to meet a content creator girl. That doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if you want a girl that looks like Miss Click, or you want a girl that looks like somebody else, go find somebody that looks similar. You know what I'm saying? Or go find somebody that fits what you like. There's lots of girls. There's lots of people out there. There's lots of fish in the sea. It's just weird to harass women online, for like, because you think that they owe you something, or if I donate to them, they're gonna notice me and I might have a shot. Like, that type of nonsense. You should just donate to someone if you enjoy their content. That's it. You enjoy their content, you donate to them, whatever. But if you donate because it's sexually driven or motivated in some type of weird way and you're trying to get attention, that's just not that's not a healthy way of thinking. You're gonna put yourself into a bad mindset. You're gonna think that you only need that girl, and you're gonna ignore potentially a girl that can come across you in IRL, because that girl that's in the hot tub, she's not trying to date any of those people. You know what I'm saying? I'm guarantee you she's not even trying to look. Most of them have boyfriends or have girlfriends or whatever. They're not trying to do anything with anybody over the internet like that, unless it's unless they can get clout, right? Some of those girls, they want clout. Maybe they date like somebody that already has clout, right? That can increase their brand. Yeah, they might do something like that, but they're not going to date some random nerd in his mom's basement, or some random nerd, working a 9 to 5 with no clout. Like, unless they meet you at a convention or something and they're willing. But that's so few and far in between. It's not even worth trying. You can put that effort, you can put that time into actually improving yourself, improving your body, improving your looks, and finding a real girl for you to go date. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me at all. Can you blame them? I mean, for some reason they bruised the game or what? Okay, hold up. I think you're talking about something else. I agree, OJ. It's a good PSA for all people who are starstruck, whether it's YouTube or not. Yeah, I don't get starstruck anymore. Even when it's like celebrities, like I no longer get starstruck about anybody. I respect the people here in the village more than I respect any type of content creator or, well, no, my homies are my homies, but I'm talking about like people that I don't know, that I watch, right? I got more respect and love for everybody here. I don't care about celebrities and what they're doing and all that. Like, I don't really care too much about that. You know, I'm focused on what we need to do, you know, as a community. OJ has a single mom slide into his DMs in the grocery store. Could you reach that? Yeah, that was like live action DMs. That was live action. Not even, it was, we played that out live, but yeah, definitely the grocery store. Because the thing is, like, you know, I live in a somewhat small town, whatever, blah, blah, blah. If you're not wearing a ring and you look a little bit older as a man, a mom is definitely going to talk to you at a grocery store. If you're buying, here's the thing that I've figured out from women, you know, no ring, you look older, in shape, and buying healthy food, and wearing like nice shoes or whatever the case is, nice clothes, that's the indicator to go up and talk to him. That's what I learned with older women. Now, younger women, I have no idea. But with older women, that is the key. If you wear no ring, if you're buying healthy food, and you're in good shape, they thinking, he's somebody. Let me talk to him. Let me try to talk to him. That's what I've learned. So that's why it's happened a few times when I'm at the grocery store. Like, it's happened to me a number of times, like a couple times a year. I'm like, oh no, I'm married, you know. But before, it happened to me before I was married, and yeah, I talked to the girl, but she was a weirdo. So I stopped. Like, we exchanged numbers, but she was hella weird, and she had like 5 kids, and I was like, I'm good, you know, like I'm good. Like, that's too many kids, you know. Couch multiplayer with the 5 British pounds, and he says, I donated because I thought I had a shot with you, OJ. LOL, only joking, dude. I would hope so. Keep up the great content. Please play Fighters Mega Mix theme of Bean. Yeah, I got you, man. Thank you for the 5, dude. I appreciate that. Fighters Mega Mix theme of Bean. Shout out to all the new peeps watching, though. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I got bullied by girls in school most of the time through elementary, middle, and some high school. One girl even choked me outside the school one time. To this day, I'm confused. Why would you let a girl choke you? Equalizer, what the hell? Why would you let a girl choke you? What do you mean, bruh? Let's see, 5 kids, never heard that part. I've never told you guys about the girl that had 5 kids that hit on me. She didn't have all 5 kids at the grocery store. She only had 2 at the time. She had 2 older ones that were at home, or 3 older ones that were at home, and then she had 2 with her at the grocery store. She had 2 of her younger ones, but then later I found out that she has like 5 kids. She looked good for having 5 kids and being a little bit older, but you know, I wasn't trying to deal with all that. She had like 2 or 3 different, like, you know, guys that were like the father of the kids, you know. So I was like, nah, that's just too much extra. If it was like 1 or 2 kids, yeah, no problem. Even 3, yeah, no problem. But like 5 kids, 2 different dads, I mean, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, too much. Can't hear the music? All right, I'll replay it. How's that right now? There's a correlation between the amount of time people spend online and the amount of time you're not living in the real life, meeting people, go out, activities. No need to be a simp. No need to simp. Yeah, I mean, LV, I mean, exactly. I mean, look, and Juice Man Vaughn, he's not here, but you know, there was a girl that actually put out a video. I think she's a somewhat popular content creator. I don't know, like, it was like an Asian girl. And somebody asked her in her chat, like, what can you give us? Like, somebody in the chat, probably a simpy type of dude, was like, ask the girl during the stream, hey, what can I do to find women, to find a girl? And she was like, you want me to be serious? Stop spending so much time watching women online, like watching Twitch streamers. And the whole chat was like, Monkus, blah, 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 Pog. What? They were all going nuts because they're like, wow, a girl actually admitted it. Like, a female content creator actually admitted the sympatry that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually admitted it. Neon Black Beast, your elite ninja was canceled because I changed the price. So all you got to do is go to the link in the description and get the new, or type in ! elite and Elite Ninja back up. And it's cheaper now. It's only $1. Before it was $2. So for anybody that wants to sign up, or if your membership was canceled, you guys become elite for that $1. It's only $1 now. You know? So yeah. Yeah, that's way too much, kids. Outside dudes, like the bad Tyler Perry plot waiting to happen. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Abaddon? It's mostly feminists that talk trash about males, which brings hate into the males, and maybe that's why it's hard for some guys to ask out females. Birdman, what you're saying is very complicated. I don't think it's as simple as what you just said right now, bro. There might be some truth to it, but that's not the whole story. Yeah, I've lowered the price so we can get more people in, Neon Black Beast. Feel free to Elite Ninja back up, man. We'd love to have you back in. You'll still keep your badge, too, wherever you're at. I was like 7 years old at the time. It was unexpected. I honestly didn't know. Remember why she did it. I tried to get loose, but she had an iron grip. Dang, dude. I'm sorry you got choked out by Abby. My bad, dude. Let's see here. Couch says, never heard a woman simping for a male YouTube creator, but I wonder if it ever been one. Oh, yeah. No. Women definitely do that. They're just not as obvious as guys are. They're not as obvious. And women don't do it as much, and they're not as obvious, you know? So yeah. Like, every single girl that's tried to talk, I don't have a huge female audience. There's been some, they'll email me, they'll do little small things. They're not going to sit there and do it in the chat, because you're not going to see a bunch of women in the chat doing that, right? Because like all of us that talk about video games, we all have super high male percentage, right? Super high percentage of males. So a girl's not going to get inside the chat and start simping over a dude and look like super desperate, right? She's not going to do that. Whereas when you go to like one of these girls that are streaming, you got a bunch of dudes in there that are already simping, so it's easy to just fit in. Hey, I'm just gonna do that too, you know? Yeah, I never said that they're not real. They're just not as obvious. They're just not as apparent and obvious, you know? I'm doing good today, Abaddon, man. How are you? Do you think Nintendo will have a collector's edition for Breath of the Wild 2? Yeah, they have it. They will. Yeah, they will. They always do collector's edition for pretty much like every Zelda game. There's always some type of collector's edition. So yeah, they'll do them. They'll definitely do it, because they made way too much money with Breath of the Wild's collector's editions. Thursday night PE podcast coming back. I kind of missed it. Jordan, Abaddon. We can't get the same people back because Baron's in AEW. Jordan's doing his movie production thing. Abaddon's obviously kind of moved on to some other stuff. VC's still there, but you know, I mean, like, we just can't get the same crew back together just because people have kind of moved on to other projects and other things, you know? So, yeah. Baron's either slamming people on a freaking wrestling mat or working out, you know, during that time. So, yes, Markiplier definitely has a lot of women simping for him. You're absolutely right. PewDiePie does, too. PewDiePie, Markiplier, certain guys do, for sure. But it's not, I mean, the men audience still drowns out the female audience for the most part. But yeah, Markiplier, PewDiePie, they're rich, so of course you're gonna have women, you know. I mean, girls can be nowhere near rich on there. You have tons of guys going through, you know, trying to do their best. They can be living out of a freaking box, streaming out of a box with ghetto internet. They'll be like, all right, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Oh man. So yeah, man. Let's see here. King of Fighters. No, I'm not a King of Fighters fan, Trevor. Those PE podcasts were classic. Yeah, we'll bring it back at some point. I just don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna bring it back or what we're gonna do. I need to think of a new idea. I need to think. It's gonna be 17 years plus. I'm not a pimp or a simp. Definitely not a pimp, and I'm definitely not a simp. So neither. I'm just a regular dude. Fidel on the PE podcast? Yeah, maybe I'll put together somebody. I stream so much, the podcast just started getting, there just wasn't time. I'm doing well, been working on music, taking YouTube a bit more seriously, understanding analytics more. Hey, there you go. I've been noticing that, Abaddon. I know you're messing with me, I'm just saying the truth. OJ, does OJ do any regular Monster Hunter streams? Yeah, we do Monster Hunter every single week. We're gonna have Monster Hunter maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then we'll have it Monday. Once a month podcast with the crew. Yeah, that's something that I can think about for sure. Once a month podcast with the crew, yeah, for sure. For sure. I do need to go buy some birthday Jordans. That's one thing that I do want to do. I want to go buy some birthday Jordans. I usually buy some type of shoes on my birthday. Before I started getting into Jordans last year, I would get Reeboks. So tomorrow, I definitely want to go buy some birthday Jordans. I don't care what they look like. I just want to go buy a pair of birthday Jordans. Just going to go to the store. Whatever they got, I'm copping. Whatever they got in size 11, I'm copping. Whenever you get a new form podcast, thought about audio platforms. Yeah, absolutely, Octo. Horseshoe Octo, absolutely. I definitely want to get, like get it on like Spotify and like all that stuff. Got here late. What's the meaning of your title, F-Zero? People were just kind of going crazy about F-Zero on Twitter about the recent article. Check out my video this morning that I did on F-Zero. It kind of explains it more there. Buy the new Zions? Hell no. I'm not a Zion. I like Zion, but I don't like any other shoes but Air Jordan 1s. That's the only shoes that I'll buy. Air Jordan 1s or Air Jordans. I only buy Air Jordans or Air Jordan 1s. That's it. And even with regular Jordans, I don't even buy like the other Jordans. I don't even want to buy those. I only buy Air Jordan 1s. That's like the only shoe that I'll wear. Air Jordan 1. No Zions for me. Hey Chang, you've got to donate. If you donate $5, I'll answer your question. It's about the Spawncast. Donate $5 and I'll answer your question. No Forces? Why would I buy Forces? Forces are just heavier, uglier looking Jordans. The Jordan 1s. What's the point of Forces? Any other questions, guys? I'll be answering questions for probably like another 10 minutes or so. And then I might need to get ready for a podcast or not. Nike high top Blazers. I saw those, man. They're not my style, Cedric, but I can see why people will like them though. I think they look cool. I want to play the regular song of this Sunset remix. Now this one. There we go. Let's see, I don't always want innovation in my franchise. Nintendo was stupid. People would buy F-Zero. Why didn't people buy F-Zero GX if Nintendo's so stupid? Why didn't they buy F-Zero GX? Why didn't they buy F-Zero Maximum Velocity? Why didn't they buy F-Zero X? Why isn't any of those sold super like crazy? Carlos, you said Nintendo's stupid. So then how come F-Zero GX is the best game in the franchise and it sold one of the worst? It sold worse than the Super Nintendo game, sold worse than I think than the N64 game as well. So why is it selling worse? Can you explain that to me? Nintendo's dumb. I agree. Yeah, Nintendo's stupid. They don't know what they're doing. So is there a reason why F-Zero didn't sell better? Maximum Velocity was a great F-Zero game on the GBA. That one didn't sell either. So can you explain that? Neon Black Beast with the tune-in tier subscription. Thank you so much, Neon Black Beast. I do appreciate that. Welcome back to the tune-in squad. Celtics versus Warriors tonight. I don't really care. Those teams both are scrubs. Those teams both suck. Who's your favorite NBA team? Chicago Bulls. GameCube needed a bigger install base. Animal Crossing had the same install base and sold more than F-Zero. And it was a new IP. Next excuse? Anybody gonna be bootlegging Jack Paul fight tonight? I'm not. I don't care about Jack Paul. Or the other Paul. Bro, the other shoes you've even seen someone rock with fitted suit. They look aside from Jordan 1 Forces and Vans. You can pull them off with Kicks Timeless Classic. Absolutely. Imagine if F-Zero GX was on the Wii. Imagine. It might have sold like trash. Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii. That didn't sell well either. There's no guarantee. that F-Zero would have sold well on the Wii. Metroid Prime 3 was a great game on the Wii. I didn't sell. Sold less than the GameCube. And the Wii has 100 million install base. RE8 demo? Not yet. By the way, addressing questions about horses go along with it. It's an inside joke created by Review Tech. I already know. I watch Review Tech. But what does that have to do with what you just said before? PS5 also having a C-bomb future problem. I mean, the CMOS. You mean? Okay, spitting numbers and facts, shutting down my choice for Nikes since they discontinued the Sweet Classics. I'm not shutting down your choice. I said if you like them, that's cool. Everyone's gonna like different types of styles and all that stuff like that, man. So if you like those, rock whatever you guys like. Whatever looks good on you, rock them. Metroid Prime 3 undersold, huh? Never knew that, but I agree it's one of the best. Enjoyed Metroid Other M. Yeah, both of those didn't sell very well. Both of those sold less than Metroid Prime on the GameCube, the original. Guess people don't really want new F-Zero. It would be nice for a return. I get it in a heartbeat, but just one person can't say for anything about others. I think there are definitely people that want it. Like I said before, I just don't like the cap that goes along with you wanting it, calling, not you, Andre, but like people saying, oh, these people are dumb for not doing it, or saying stuff like, oh, well, Mario Bros. that got new games and that ain't innovate. Like I just don't like I said before, you guys weren't here maybe, but like the cap that goes along with it, you know, like there's nothing wrong with, you know, with liking and wanting something to come back, but there's no need to exaggerate to get what you want, or to think that you're gonna get what you want by exaggerating, you know, by making it seem as if it should have happened because of this or that, when it's just like I said, complete cap, you know. All right, hold up. I got a $1 donation that I forgot to read. It says, lonely singles in your area donated $1 and says, hey, so heard some of y'all lonely and single. Whose DMs do I need to slide in? Thank you for the $1 donation, lonely singles in your area. Lonely singles in your area is looking for people's DMs to slide in. So, party man, you're up. Does the Switch have a CMOS battery too? I don't think it does. Is Mario Kart overshadowing F-Zero? I don't know if it's overshadowing F-Zero. It just sells better. So we get more Mario Karts. Remember writing the narrative back in the early 2000s GameCube and Nintendo was for kids and had to fight that image and generation. The gamers that grew up on NES, Super Nintendo went to PS2. Yeah, a lot of them did. Are you still planning to go to Japan once things go back to normal? Yeah, I am. Yeah, if Waifu Essence is here by the time, she should. Just U.S. immigration's in shambles right now because of freaking the last president. So, I mean, I tried Vanessa back in the day. I was like, yo, I mean, I was a fan of the PS2 as well. I bought the PS2 as soon as I can get money to buy it. I did, but I mean, that doesn't mean you got to hit on the GameCube too, you know. So like, I tried to fight the good fight for the GameCube too, but definitely we got bodied back then. We got absolutely cooked. Got absolutely cooked. Play F-Zero GX Planet Colors. Don't SSB player, put a donation of any amount and I'll play the song that you want. CMOS batteries aren't the issue. It's talking to the Sony servers that is. I haven't really looked into that whole thing too much, to be honest. I guess I should though. Yeah, that I guess that what's it called? That demo's gonna be available for a bit. The demo. The Resident Evil demo. I'm gonna go download it in my living room and then I'll play it. I don't know, I'll play it. That looks pretty cool though. In my opinion, I like F-Zero because it was a fresh take on racing. F-Zero X was insane tracks, crazy stunts. F-Zero GX was a bit stunted. I'm not complaining about GX. I'm just saying it went backwards. Well, most people don't feel that way. Most people feel that GX is the best one. So, yeah. That is what it is. Yeah, I didn't see the video today from John, man. I was busy exercising. SSB player 1 with the $5 donation says F0 GX Planet Colors. All right, I got you, man. Thank you for the support. The reason why we do that is so people don't spam me with requests for music, SSB. So don't think I'm just doing it just to be greedy. And it could be any. It could have been $1. It could be any amount. SSB player. Why am I typing your name into there? Thank you for the 5 though, bro. I appreciate that. F0 GX Planet Colors. Do you like Sega Saturn? I'm not a huge Sega Saturn guy, nah. I know RGT is though. I think if you look hard enough in the Sega Saturn RGT's Sega Saturn collection, he might have an actual real new copy of a AAA Knights game that was unique to him, exclusive to RGT's collection. Not sure why people think we won't get Mario Kart 9 because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is selling so well. I get why people are saying that, but we'll see what happens. How many hours I put into my PS5 weekly? Almost 0. If you want me to be honest, I haven't played my PS5 and I don't even remember what was the last game that I played on there? Last of Us? Was that on my PS5? That wasn't on my PS5. I don't even remember the last game. Oh, Persona 5. I was playing Persona 5 Royal. There we go. I beat Persona 5 Royal. That's what I was playing. But that's a PS4 game, but I was playing it on there. Alright, take it easy. Equalizer. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to catch up on My Hero season 5, the 4th episode came out today. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna watch all 4 episodes and then I'll have an update for you guys on next week. I'm gonna watch all of them. I'm gonna watch all of them. I'm gonna take notes during the stream. I'm gonna watch all of them and just have like a little like we're gonna have like a live stream where we talk about it, or we're just gonna have like I'll do like a video, one of those two. Hey, thank you SSB player. I appreciate your support, bro. Really like my gaming coverage. Thank you. Thank you for writing me about that, Chuba. Shimu says, speaking of demos, did you know that the Battle in Wonderworld demo got pulled? I did know that. I downloaded it before it got pulled, though. Probably got more damage to the game's potential sales. Pretty much, yeah. You're spot on with that, Shinmu. Because they know that it's going to make... The demo's bad, and the game, I guess they fixed some of the stuff, but it doesn't help people want to get the game, so they just pulled it. But the game already flopped, so it doesn't matter. P5 Royal, I think it loads faster on the PS5. That's about it. It just loads faster. All right. So I have to potentially be on a podcast pretty soon here, guys. So we're going to wrap it up for this stream. Okay. We're going to wrap it up for this stream. I want to say thank you to all the new Elite Ninja. Thank you to all the new people that joined up. I do appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, the donations, all that good stuff, man. You guys are amazing. And without you guys' support, we wouldn't have what we're able to do, stream pretty much 6-7 days out of the week and have the success that we do have. So thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. I don't know. I might be on a podcast later today. I might not. I'm not 100% sure if it will not be happening. We'll see. I do have my newest video is up on the channel. It went up this morning. I think you guys probably just missed it because you were asleep or something like that. So check out my newest video if you haven't seen it already. It's up where I talk about Mario Kart 9, talk about the MPD sales. It's a pretty big video considering, my videos usually aren't over, 12, 13 minutes. This one's 16 minutes. So if you haven't seen that video, I just linked it in the chat for you guys. All right. So I do appreciate you guys coming out to the stream. I do appreciate it. Seriously. And thank you guys so much for watching the content. Thank you guys so much for watching the content. We're almost at 75,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hitting that on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, I mean subscribing as in actually following essentially. It really mean a lot to me. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, and also make sure that you hit notifications as well, so you know when I'm streaming. He says got here late. Yeah, so make sure you hit your notifications so you know when I'm streaming. Okay, guys, hit those notifications. Yeah, we'll be back. I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I gotta see. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see my daughter tomorrow or not. But if I don't get to see her, then I will stream tomorrow. Maybe not. It just depends on how I feel. Yeah. So I think that's that. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And we will see you guys for the next one. All right. You guys take care. And I might or might not see you on the Spawncast tonight. It's a mystery. Nobody actually did. Somebody did pay for it, and I did answer it back then. But remember, it's I pay per an answer. So if you missed it, oh well, you know what I'm saying? You just have to cross your fingers and hope that I'm on this podcast tonight. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys for the next one. Oh man, you guys are a trip. Thank you guys. Seriously, thank you for everything you guys do for me. I love you guys.